Good one. Little summer classic.
Here's one by the Royal Teens.
The guitar licks in that were fucking horrible.
You think so?
Really a bad little lead.
Worse than the accents? Shots.
Ooh, we're shots.
It's a bunch of guys from Boston yelling about short shorts.
That was really bad.
Well, welcome to the show. I don't know if it's Morning Glances. There's a lot of argument.
I think that's the best name.
Morning Glances?
Morning Glances.
There's a lot. I feel like, I guess for each one of Stupid Norton's characters, there is a name of the show. For those of you who don't know, this was all a buzz over social media last night.
It certainly was.
What to call this show this morning.
Yes.
The Morning Jam is the classic.
Yes.
Morning Glances with Jim Norton and Sam Roberts is probably my most hated.
You don't care for that one?
No, I don't at all. Fudging around with friends is not much better.
No, that just kind of got thrown out there, but it really had like a little. It had something. I don't know what.
I don't know what either. But I
je ne sais quoi.
The Happy-Go-Lucky Bunch, which doesn't make any sense. There's two of us.
Yeah, no, it does not make sense.
It's not a bunch of us.
It's terrible.
Jim in giant letters. And then and Sam in the smallest possible font.
Yeah, the one I had wanted was the N, like the ampersand. Is that what it's called? The N and Sam in lowercase.
Oh, so even lessened.
yeah.
So the ampersand would actually be bigger than the word Sam.
Double the size.
Okay. And then Chipper and Sam is the last one. But I think technically the name of that show is The Chipper and Sam Show, Sam and Chipper Show.
Yeah, Chipper and Sam Show, Sam and Chipper Show.
Yeah,
repeat
so
6 times.
Hopefully throughout the morning, we'll figure out what the name of the show is.
We have a lot more. How many responses do we get on this? Yeah, we got like
couple of thousand
responses, and Chipper with Sam for today is the big one.
Well, that's not good. That's only because people want to hear Chipper.
Yeah,
they think that if the show is here's what people don't understand though. They think if the show's called Chipper and Sam, then they have the highest likelihood of Chip showing up.
They're not wrong.
But Chip very rarely delivers on what people want.
No, that's true. He doesn't. He gets up to the plate, and the bases are loaded, and everything's primed for a great walk-off home run, but it's a foul off his foot.
Right. Like, Chip would show up to the studio, realize it was Chipper and Sam, and say, I was here for fudging around with friends, and leave. I'm like, Chip, where are you going?
Yeah, he won't do it.
You were requested.
He won't give people what they want.
Oh, man. Well, we have a lot to talk about this morning.
Yeah, the opening song we should start with. I thought it was Sam's choice, and I was happy to go with it.
Right. I mean, I figured you'd enjoy the song.
Yeah.
But it was pointed out to me that one of the staff members, and by the way, I'm very happy that all the staff was able to come in and help us out as they did last week.
Yeah, we're just doing today. We had a good. We have Trav Dog in there, an orange shirt. Paul is here, of course.
Paul E.O. That's his Twitter name. Did you know that? Paul E.O.
I did not.
Oh yeah, the Paul E.O.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Derek has come in.
Derek's here because I always need a guy. I need
one of your night guys. I understand.
Roland's here to help out.
Okay.
And I did notice that Eric
Nagel's, of course,
here, but not quite in the same capacity as he usually is, like in the morning. And I worry that maybe he's not taking things quite as seriously as normal.
Yeah, you think he might be in summer mode?
I think so, because we arrived this morning to find that Summer Eric is here. It's not regular Eric. It's Summer Eric because Mr. Nagel wore his shorts to work this morning.
Did.
Are you in summer mode?
No, it's been over 100 degrees the last 5 days.
I know, but we have AC.
Who cares?
Well, people with pants on, I guess. Yeah. You know,
well, when you walk around the city and everything, so you have AC at work.
Ooh, and you prowl the Big Apple like a panther.
Yeah, exactly. when you gotta hit the city blocks when you're parked like next door to the building.
Good point.
Count of the pavement.
It's a grand total of 30 seconds of walking, and that.
Sometimes you do some shopping.
Oh yeah, just in case you got to hit up the stores.
Yeah, you
see some of the window displays for summer.
You got to go down past. Times Square.
I see. And maybe, I don't know. I mean, you tell me, Jim, is the Nagel shorts, are those regular for the summer, or is that because I feel like you wear those on, like, whenever you do a weekend thing or a Friday thing. I've seen you wearing your shorts.
Yeah, on days where he feels he can slough off.
Exactly. Exactly. When we're taking it a little easy.
Oh, sorry.
You know, but usually not like on a Monday morning first thing.
That's right.
You know.
That is not I showed up to really fucking knock it out of the park outfit.
Nope.
No,
Not at all.
The last thing I want to see is calves on display.
Yeah.
That doesn't give
They're
me the
great
motivation.
They are good calves, but they're busy. Let's just say that.
Yeah, of course they're good calves.
Gotta work out every day, Jim.
Okay, we do have a photo on Twitter on Opie with Jim of Eric's bald legs on display for everyone to see. Did you realize, like, you didn't think to yourself, like, I don't know, maybe I just go to work, wear pants? Like
Nope.
no, at no point.
No, because I wore them twice last week, and I've been seeing more and more for like the last month or so that everyone else around here is wearing shorts. So I said, no, screw
Who's
it.
wearing shorts?
There's the people from Radio
Scott's not
Andy
wearing
and-
shorts.
Exactly.
Is the boss wearing shorts?
He's not
Right.
here.
Oh, right.
Dress for the job you want, not the job you've got.
That's right.
Nah.
Right? No, you don't
I'm
think
good.
so anymore? I mean, maybe it's hypocritical because Roland wears his shorts, but I feel like that's Roland adopted that uniform. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
what
He wears his in the winter.
Exactly. Exactly.
For Roland, it's a sign of just impending death, not sloughing off.
Exactly. There is a slough off vibe about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
You know? Do you feel that way, or am I
Not at all.
being too? You don't think so?
I'm not going to wear these in September, you know, and I haven't worn them pretty much, except for like the Friday shows. I haven't worn them throughout the summer.
Because I'll tell you why.
It wasn't over 100 degrees.
Friday shows are Nagel time, right? You get it when it's time
Sometimes.
for Nagel time. Because when we traveled as a show, what do? We get on the plane, shorts. It's because it's Nagel time.
Sometimes.
It's a nice travel day.
But
We're
the
going
thing
to
is,
a new
I'm not a
location.
big shorts guy to begin with. Like, I'm always wearing jeans.
I believe that if we did a survey, you have worn shorts more times in this office for sure. Not Roland, because Roland's not fair. Because
He doesn't count.
That's his uniform.
Yeah,
Right.
And he's not a person.
But I don't think I've ever
nice.
worn shorts in this building, and I don't think I've ever seen Paul or Trav. I think
I've
you're
seen
the.
Paul.
Yeah.
You wear shorts in here, Paul?
Sure.
Not usually during the morning show, but I've seen
Well,
him in
that's
here.
the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he wears his chinos during the morning show. Because chinos mean business. Those are chinos.
What
At
are
least they're
those?
not capris.
Right. Right.
I've never worn shorts in this building. It's a
No.
sign of respect. Like Reagan wouldn't take off his suit jacket in the Oval Office. I won't put on shorts in this building.
I don't
Right.
like your legs.
I have great legs.
Oh, really?
I didn't mean to say it like that so seriously. Why did they get so serious?
You
all of
get
a sudden?
defensive
He
about your
questioned my
legs.
gams, and I didn't care for it. All kidding aside.
The last thing you're going to have is somebody questioning your body in front of you.
That's right. You know how to body shame me, bucko.
No. Did you wear shorts all weekend? You know, the weekend is a good time for shorts for you. Hit up in the AC, down in the Nagel party basement.
Yeah, I
Get
didn't
some
go-
of that cool air running up those short legs.
No, there might
No
have been
problem.
some sweatpants on Saturday because I didn't leave the house.
You didn't leave the house?
No.
All day?
No. Sunday I did, but yeah, Saturday no.
It's been disgusting.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Like really, like we just don't want to go out and do anything.
No.
I got blown recently, and I fucking
In shorts?
no. I was in my underpants. I was in my underpants.
You were?
And I had my ass licked. It's the whole story.
Had nothing to do with the weather.
Braggart.
Huh? No.
Nothing to do with anything.
Just walking around in your underpants on a hot day and
Getting blown.
got your butthole licked.
Yeah.
Were you excited about that? Was
Yeah.
that on Thursday?
It was not. No.
Then it's happened a lot because you did my show on Thursday night, and on Thursday afternoon, you came in Thursday night and said you had came.
Oh, but it wasn't. Maybe I just jerked off.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Because you were all energy on Thursday night.
Oh,
You
yeah,
had
it
your
was. I was a
coffee,
bundle of energy. That's right.
You had jizzed. The whole thing had happened.
Yeah, I'm guessing. What happened in the afternoon? I don't know if I did anything in the afternoon.
No.
Maybe.
When did you get blown and licked?
Yesterday.
You did?
I did.
Was it a good Sunday?
Sure was.
On the Lord's Day?
Yes, it was.
Did you go outside before?
Yeah.
So it was. Did you clean up?
Oh, yeah. My balls were. It's a good question. I had gone for dinner with a friend. I was writing something. And we had dinner and we chatted.
Yeah.
Then I got my asshole licked. My balls.
By your friend?
No, different person.
Gotcha.
I see.
But you didn't clean up before the incident.
I didn't need to, but I showered before dinner, so it was
Okay.
fine. I mean, I wasn't that sweaty. I just walked a few blocks.
Well, yeah, and that's for Eric.
And
It's
90%
like,
humidity.
he just made the justification that if you're going to walk half a block in New York,
need
you
shorts.
got to have some shorts on.
Yeah, no, I did the quick, before you get blown, sometimes what you gotta do is I'll actually do the deep finger swipe in my own crack and then sniff just to make sure everything is good, and it was great.
It was.
Yeah, but I'll actually do a quick check.
Because then you risk having to run to the bathroom so you can not only wash your hands, because now your hand fucking stinks, but your butthole is the worst. You got to sit in the sink.
I had a massage therapist one time years ago. She was eating my ass, and she patted my ass, and she told me that I should. Oh no, she didn't eat it. She was licking the back of my legs, and she told me if I hopped in the shower, she would eat my ass.
That's a signal. Otherwise, it won't happen because I'm going to vomit.
I did though.
You did? You hopped in the shower?
Yeah, and true to her word.
You took her up on that?
I sure did, and she was a lady of her word.
You didn't think to yourself like, oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really in the mood to do this anymore.
No, this is the truth. I had taken a giant dump before she got there, and I showered, but it just didn't do the trick. So I had to shower again. Wow, I haven't thought of that in years.
That's too bad.
Sorry.
Write that down.
First thing Monday morning.
Who was the lady? Who was the person? I should say. I don't mean to judge that.
It's just a woman I've known. I can't say her name, but it's just a young. I'll tell you off the air. Her name.
But a friend, not a professional.
Oh no, you're not a professional. No.
Oh, look at you!
You're just a young lady friend.
That's a booty call.
Yeah,
as it were.
Yeah. Well, she actually requested mine.
She did. Mm-hmm. You got hit up and said, "I'd like your booty."
Yeah. She didn't say it like that.
No.
That would have turned me off immensely.
You think so?
Yeah, it would have a lot. If she wanted my booty.
Hey, how's that booty doing?
Yeah. Needs to be, I'd say dry.
Yeah.
Needs a good tongue. You know what it was? We were texting.
So
she hit me up on Twitter. And I knew it wasn't really her, but I just went with it anyway.
Oh. I was thinking of you when I read that story. Poor Anthony Weiner.
The guy just can't catch a break.
No. All he wants to do is flirt with a girl via typing.
Yeah.
Whether it's text, whether it's direct message. But this last story, I got much more of a handle on what his entire game process is. I also know, based on this story, when he realized he had been had, and it wasn't when he said he realized he had been had.
Oh, so you think he realized it during the chat?
Well, yeah, so here's what happened. Anthony Weiner, have you seen the Anthony Weiner documentary?
I have not.
It's really good because he let people follow him around when he was running for mayor of New York.
I do remember that.
Like, he let a whole camera crew follow him. And what you get from the movie is this constant need for attention and this quest for power, the whole thing, like he just wants people to think that he's the man.
Was this after the first time he got caught or
Yes.
the second? It was between the first and second times.
Well, no, he got caught for the second time while it was filming.
That's what I'm saying,
Yes.
yeah, but when they started it...
It was after the second, right. So he had gotten, because where was he, in Congress, and then he had to resign? I think so.
Yeah, I guess so.
So he resigned from Congress, I believe.
And I heard they didn't even mention the Opie and Anthony show in this.
It was not mentioned.
But did they mention his dick photo being tweeted?
No, they just mentioned
So weird.
because it came after. So they were like, there was this whole scandal. Like, it really is just following him around when he's running for mayor, which was, a couple years after the first scandal. And then they go into Sydney Leathers was the one, right?
I know Sydney, yeah.
She's in the movie.
Oh, wait, that's right. I forgot the
It was
first
the
time.
whole second wind of it.
So this is about the first or second part?
The second.
Okay.
Because the first part, he resigns from Congress. He goes, yep, I was wrong, blah, blah, blah. And then he stays quiet for a little while. Then he announces he's running for mayor. That's where the movie picks up.
And people who liked Anthony Weiner said he was really good for what they wanted him for. The people who voted for him, his constituency.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently they really liked this guy and they said he was good.
Well, he fought, right? He would go and he would fight and yell and scream
Right.
and really be passionate about getting his way. But I think once watching the movie, part of that is also just because he liked being that guy. Like, oh yeah, I'll fight for you. Like, he liked that glory.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At one point, they show him, I think he's on Lawrence O'Donnell's show or something on MSNBC. And Lawrence O'Donnell just, completely he goes, first question, Anthony, what is wrong with you? and just completely acts like a dick to him and throws him under the bus. And Anthony Weiner starts firing back at him and firing back, and it's a pretty humiliating exercise. But the next morning, he's on his computer watching clips of him
on Lawrence
fighting with Lawrence O'Donnell, and his wife Huma comes in, and she's like, and you feel bad for her the whole movie because she walks in like, "What are you doing? Like, why? This wasn't good." And he goes, "Yeah, but did you see what I got him back here? Did you, wait. Listen to what I say here." And it's just like, and she just kind of walks out of the room.
He's that guy. Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel bad for his wife. People say she's done some dirty shit working for Hillary, but I kind of feel bad for her. That's humiliating. Her and Hillary have that in common, though. They both married guys who love to fuck other women or talk. Well, he hasn't even cheated. He's just talked. I don't even think he's cheated.
Well, but what's more humiliating? Like, the cheating is bad, but for Bill, after the Lewinsky thing, maybe it's happened 100 times, but we haven't heard about it. Like, there haven't been any more scandals after that.
Well, Bill's smarter and he has better people around him than fucking Anthony Weiner, who just walks down the street with a McDonald's bag and his fucking dick hanging out. You fucking idiot. He really is stupid.
Yeah, because for her, like, this shit just keeps happening over and over and over again.
Yeah, I think for what's her name, for Hillary, it's more humiliating just because he fucked an intern,
right?
But
and he was the president,
but for Weiner's wife, it's pretty embarrassing just because there's a written record of what he said.
Yeah,
Carlos Danger.
Oof. And this one is bad too.
This is bad.
So he lost the mayoral race like by huge numbers.
Because people were ready to move on, I think. People were ready to go, yes. You know what, fuck it, he screwed up. And then this dope does it again.
He did it again, and it came out that it wasn't happening right at that moment, but he goes like, okay, I'm sorry that I did that, so I'm going to resign. And they go, okay, but the general public didn't realize that he said, well, I'm resigning, so that means I can keep doing it. And they were like, no, you're not supposed to like take one or the other, and so he took the other. So they were all pissed. And then don't forget, like, he kind of lost his mind because he's a hot-tempered man.
Yeah.
Remember, like, he was getting in that yelling match with that Jewish guy in the deli?
But the Jewish guy was wrong. I think the Jewish guy was fucking horrible, telling him that he had married, like he was disgraced Israel or something by marrying an Arabic woman. The Jewish guy was being a fucking douche.
He was, but as a politician, like, you just can't. Right, you can't do that. You can't engage in the fight. You can just kind of point out that this guy is off. But that's what you get from the movie. That he's just constantly, and I think that's what he's doing with these girls. He's just looking for that high, that attention, that like, oh, we look up to you, because it's always these chicks that like admire him politically.
Well, it's hard not to fall into that. Like, I'm a fucking perv, and no one cares that I'm a perv, but if I was married, I don't think I'd be, at this point in my life, this great guy who didn't do it. So how the fuck do you stop yourself from doing it? It's when they're reaching out to you and your wife's busy on the road.
I mean, you got to make a choice at some point.
Exactly, and he has, and I respect his choice.
But he hasn't.
He chooses to come.
You got to either tell your wife, like, look, I'm not going to stop this, so we probably got to end this thing, or be like, okay, I will stop it. We don't have to end this thing. You can't be the guy who's a politician and married with a kid and still, jerking off to text messages that become public every single time.
Yeah, because you are embarrassing your wife. Like, it was a young Republican turned catfish, they call it. And it's like, I find that stuff really repulsive. But when you are, like, to do that to someone and then put it public when it's private, it's not like he's not trying to fuck kids. He's just being a dick talking.
He's being a dickhead.
He's just talking, though.
Yeah.
But the fact is, his wife is Hillary's aide.
Yeah.
And there's so much, especially after what they did to Bernie, I kind of don't have any real mercy for them.
And it's humiliating.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
And he's a humiliating guy.
He's humiliating
such a
her.
Dork. Yeah.
She's embarrassed.
Huma is like so embarrassed by the whole thing. And you can see that like in the movie, as this whole thing is going on, he keeps trying to get her to go to like speeches with him. And she's like, no, I'm not going to go to that. And he's like, no, you're going to come. You're going to come. It's going to be good. And he keeps like having to talk her in to going with him. And she obviously doesn't want to
Why do you think she doesn't want to? She probably knows he's still doing it. He probably still holds his phone. When you're being deceitful on your phone, you hold your phone at a certain angle.
Right.
It's plausible deniability, but you pick it up and you just turn it towards yourself, and then so that your person you're with can't see what you're doing. My ex caught me doing that. She's like, I see the way you're holding your fucking phone.
But see that she was smart to say it that way.
She was.
Because the minute she looks over your shoulder, you're like, what are you being so invasive for?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Like, this is making... Or he got one of those screen protectors that glares out the light so you can't see it if you're looking at it from an angle.
I don't have one of those because then I couldn't read it.
You don't know how to work it.
Yeah, no, I was aware of those, but I've seen them and I didn't like the way they looked.
She's probably like, honey, Anthony, why'd you get the new screen protector? Oh, I just wanted a screen protector and they gave me the wrong one, but I'm just going to keep it, I guess. I don't know.
We're talking about the president and then someone's reading it. Yeah. Honey, we got to be aware.
It's a matter of national security. You saw what happened to Hillary in the emails, right? Same thing. Same thing.
He just won't stop.
He won't.
But again, we talk about sex addiction. This is what it is.
He's a full-on addict.
It's not, sex addiction is not going out and just raping people and being a monster with a fucking mallet.
Right.
It's sometimes your wife is an aide to who is a woman who might be the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And you can't stop, and you're just getting trolled.
And you keep getting caught. Like, you've been caught so many times. This is the third time. He was caught again. And you go like that's to me the difference between just cheating and addiction. Like if you like the consequences, they've happened. You don't just know what the consequences are. You've suffered through them. You've promised I'll never do it again, and then you just keep doing it.
I've been catfished before. Anyone who is like known, like people know that I answer emails, so I've had it happen. I'm pretty good at weeding it out. But I had one girl who I was talking to, and her name was another name. I thought it was somebody else, and so I wrote back something really fucked up, and it turns out it was actually the girl that I thought it was. I was fucking like, oh, sorry. I took a little explaining. But sometimes that happens, too.
That was just a little test.
Well, I'm so on guard for it that I've actually misread it in the other way, where, no, this is actually just a real person. Yeah. But you kind of have to, if you're talking to people who you don't know for a little bit, always assume the worst. Dude, this guy does not assume the worst.
His name is Wiener. Everybody's made the joke. Yeah.
Wait a second, what?
His name, it's Anthony Weiner. Everybody knows that, though.
Ties in with his pecker.
Yeah, no. Everybody's made that correlation.
You heard what I said?
Yeah, of course I did. But like, he's the guy that everybody wants to troll.
And there's no ambiguity, like in any, like, thanks, that makes me feel better. Bill Maher on Wednesday in LA, I'll be better. Like, he can't even pretend it's not him because he's just using his real account.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
There's no secretiveness at all. He's just, and he tries to, well, look, MTV has a show that's in its 5th season called Catfish. And all it is a show where people get catfished. And they've done 5 seasons with no sign of stopping. It couldn't be happening more frequently.
Dude, you're using your Facebook account.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Yeah. So this one was over direct message. Now,
that's Twitter? Okay.
Yeah. This one's over direct message. A guy was using his friend's Twitter account, who's like this female political person. You can see her avatar is the I'm with Hillary logo with the, rainbow.
Oh, I didn't even know what that meant.
Yeah, that's the Hillary logo.
I thought it was a Middle Eastern flag. I really didn't. I have no idea.
No. That's the Hillary logo.
Stupid.
You are. But you're just misinformed.
Yes, I am.
You're smart. You just don't have the information presented.
No, I'm stupid. The fact that I didn't investigate that, yes.
But again, that too. Like, who does your wife work for? Hillary, right? It's Hillary's logo.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do it? And you could see, to me, so I read over, they caught him on direct message. This one didn't go so far as texting.
Well, I'll be honest. Here's what happened. This is one reason he was attracted to that, is he knows, like, oh, this girl knows who I am. Once you see the Hillary thing, that's like, okay. It'd be like if I was fucking, a girl was trolling, talking. When I first started doing Opie and Anthony, like way back in like, when AOL chat messages were good and big, I would look up, I would Google, it was before Google, like when you look up the AOL, Instant Messenger.
When people had like AOL profiles. You could go search interests.
I would look up the word Opie. Because Anthony was too common a word. Opie was a weird word. And those who said Opie and Anthony, I would talk to. Because I'm like, maybe they know who I am. This was fucking way back.
So what would you do? Just send like an instant message that said like, hey, do you know who I am?
Not quite that obvious, but that pathetic.
Yeah.
It was a way to just start chat.
And is this when you were using the Yellow Treats name?
No, this is Tinkle Drinker.
So you're using the name Tinkle Drinker.
That was my first screen name. Yeah, this is way back. I don't think I even connected that way. But I mean, like, I know, like, hey, if they have this, they'll know who I am.
Right.
So he's in that fucking thing, that mindset where he's like, oh, Hillary thing, they'll know, she'll understand who she's talking to.
Right. And so he goes, and to me, it's very obvious that his game, he grooms people.
Yeah.
Right? So you could see that the direct message portion is the one that he worries he's gonna get catfished and it's gonna go public. He thinks he's being smooth by just being kind of fun and cute.
Yes.
Not knowing. We all know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you can't, you're trying to fly the plausible deniability flag.
Right.
I know, I've flown there.
Everybody has.
Yeah,
like it's very clear.
We know what it is.
He's flirting.
Yeah.
On direct message, and then he goes from direct message to phone number to then we see what happens.
Yeah, and it's like, I get the process and the fact that plausible deniability. I'm like, well, come on, what do you think? I didn't know. We know what you're doing because we've all done it.
And so that's what he said now for this one, is he goes, hey, that was just me having fun with an obvious troll. I knew I was being catfished, so I was just talking like that. I was joking. I knew I was being catfished.
Here's how he probably dealt with Huma on it. He probably got defensive. He probably got offensive, best defense.
Yeah.
What? You really think that was real? What are you doing? You don't think I knew? But then there's the one fucking monkey wrench in the whole thing.
Right.
He gave out his cell number.
That's it. So, by the way, that really sounds like a conversation you've had.
Yeah.
You don't think I knew?
Yeah, please. And I never got caught with a catfish, but I've had that same attitude, that same indignation when I was guilty as shit.
Yeah.
And by the way, the mongoose, people keep saying he did the mongoose. That was sent to him, and he just laughed about it.
No.
Did he put it up? No, she did.
Yeah, no, go back one. So he's talking, and he thinks he's talking to a girl named Nikki.
Yeah.
And, what's he saying? Nikki says something like, this is where it starts to get like, okay.
Do you want to be Anthony and I'll be Nikki?
Okay, all right. So Anthony's just talking, and they've already been speaking for a little while.
Right.
And Anthony goes, the daily conflict between comfort and attractive goes on for Nikki.
OMG. You didn't know the half of it. Attractive always wins, though. Smiley emoji.
On behalf of men and women of L.A., I thank you.
I'm pretty sure the guy who barked at me walked from my car to the office, took care of thanking me.
Point him out. I'll bust him up.
Tough guy, I like it. Smiley face.
And this is where he says it. This is what did him in. I'm deceptively strong. Hee, like a mongoose.
By the way, nothing looks worse than your casual little hee-hees when they're in the paper.
Like, he was on track. He honestly, when he was in Congress, he was a young guy, but he thought to himself, in 10 to 15 years, I'm going to be the president of the United States. He 100%. That was what he had in mind. He had Huma working for Hillary. They were going to get the inside track. He was going to be the #1 Democrat. He's going to fight for the people. He was going to be the president.
Yep.
Maybe the first Jewish president. He was very, very excited about it. And now he says, I'm deceptively strong. Hee, like a mongoose.
That was so bad. And let me tell you how bad it is when they're, like the time I got busted. The time I got busted talking dirty and my girlfriend had my chats.
Yeah.
And, what she hated more than anything, even me more than me offering the girl money to fuck.
Yeah.
Was my fucking, you little fucking LOLs and your winky face.
That's
it's
it.
fucking pathetic. Oh, did she hammer me on those?
That's it.
Oh, she was right too.
Yeah, I know. They've like guys when they're in this, like he still thinks he's fine because it's like, Huma, I just said like a mongoose. Like I would make that joke with anybody, and you wouldn't.
You wouldn't unless you're trying to get laid. But this is how people are when we're trying to get laid.
Yeah.
This is what it is. This is how pathetic we are, and this is what it reads like. Because we can't have you don't have voice inflection. Like, in real life, you'd say, oh, I'm deceptively strong. Come on. But there's none of that in text, so you have to put he, but it looks terrible.
Jess is so good at catching me, like, immediately trying to be charming, like Anthony Weiner is. Like, I'll get, like, one little charmer joke out, and Jess will, like, either, like, hear about it or see it or what, and be like, what are you doing?
When did she catch you being charming? I've never seen you try to be charming.
She's caught me be like, if it's, like...
With a girl?
Yeah. But sometimes I'll do, like, I don't even know I'm doing it. It's just the instinct that kicks in.
Yeah, your appley red cheeks. You can't help it. She's happy.
But Jess will, like, be there. Like, next to me.
What did you do? What do you do? What's something you do that's charming?
Oh, I don't... Like,
pseudo-charming.
Like, I'll, like, be, like... laughing at their joke and like saying something that's not that funny, and we're both like laughing together, and Jess is like, what are you doing?
It's like you're throwing a little good-natured fuel on the fun fire.
Right. Jess is like, number one. But Jess is perfect because she goes, number one, I'm here, and number two, you wouldn't have a shot if I wasn't here.
Oh, no.
Like,
good for her.
I'm like, yeah, you're right, I'll stop.
That's fun. She catches you flirting and just calls you out on it.
She does.
This is the thing is, though, we don't usually get to see. It's like anyone. Can you imagine if Clinton had fucking...
he said he sent like 2 emails the whole time he was in the White House.
Yeah, and they were probably very official, and to other people.
See, that's digital has fucked everybody up.
Yes, it has.
Bill Clinton, JFK, those guys knew. Get one of the guys you trust to just bring the girl into the office. Yeah. Everything is face to face. No paper trail. No evidence of anything.
Hey, look, I have a Cuban. LOL. I bet it makes a squishy sound in there. RFAO.
Do you think he was just RFAO?
Whatever that means, he wouldn't know.
No, he's just Bill Clinton. As it turns out, is just a charmless flirter.
Yeah, he really is. I'm going to pinch your fat thighs until you cry. Yeah. So imagine if Clinton had that. Okay. So he said, I'm deceptively strong. And she wrote, LOL. Was this a selfie? A picture of a mongoose.
She sent a photo of a mongoose, and Anthony goes, exactly. Like this is, by the way, here's what Anthony Weiner is doing right in that moment. He's connecting with her, so now mongoose is their inside joke.
Yeah.
Like that's how you make a connection with a girl, right?
Yeah.
Like that's your inside joke now. Even though like Anthony Weiner, it's like, it's not a funny joke.
No, it's not a good joke at all.
Like, he would never do that with anybody else. It's stupid.
Could you imagine if a guy wrote mongoose and he wrote exactly? Never. It would never happen.
But, like, now he's fast-forwarding to, like, couple weeks down the road when he's just like, just call me mongoose in case like on text and stuff.
Yeah, just say, hey, Mong.
Yeah.
So the thing was, she was, by the way, that troll was really good because that's exactly something like a girl would send you.
Right.
A little picture of a mongoose.
Right. Yeah, I love that he's got all like the memes and everything. Yeah.
And then Weiner writes,
oh yeah, he goes, sexy, no?
And then she sends a picture of a girl like, like a weird fucking gif.
Is that what she's doing?
Yeah, that's the face.
It's a photo of Terry Schiavo.
It's not a good picture.
And then Anthony, he's just joking around. He goes, try to control yourself.
But already, this is the beauty of this guy.
Yeah.
As a man who has fucking walked down this road many times.
Yeah.
Already, the word sex is in there. Sexy, no.
Yeah. Yes.
Try to control yourself, even though it's automatically gone there.
Right. So we're just being friends, but you know what we're talking about. And like he's now, like he's gone beyond. So in that one little sentence, that one back and forth, he set up the inside joke. So now they have a connection, and now he's moving the conversation into fucking.
Yeah, exactly. And she writes, what's he write?
That's when he wrote, try to control yourself.
I'll try. Smiley face.
He's good with the smiley faces, too, this troll.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So then this is like another day, I guess, or maybe later in the conversation. He goes, they put me in the only hotel in L.A. without a swanky pool. Who can I sue?
I'd follow the Trump method. Just sue everyone and hope someone will end up taking the fall.
And he's just going with it, with that awful Trump joke. And then just ask Putin for a loan to build my own pool.
Well, here's the beauty of this thing right here. That troll was throwing out Trump, A, because it's believable in that context, and also to see if he can get him to bash Trump in a weird way that was interesting. But by the way, do you see what Wiener did right there? Go back up. Is that later in the day, or is that right there?
Maybe it's right. It's the same day, actually, so it might be, but it sounds like he's... I don't know if he's starting a new conversation, actually. It might be happening at the same time.
Either way, look at automatically what he does. He moves the conversation to the hotel.
Yes.
They put me in the only hotel. What hotel is that?
Right.
It's automatically starting with the hotel. Here I am.
In his head, she goes, I got to see this.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you want to come and see the lack of pool, LOL?
Yeah. LLL? LOL.
And then she sends a Shia LaBeouf clapping.
Oh, for his joke.
GIF, yeah, for the joke.
I didn't see this one.
Paul, how old are you?
26.
57 years young.
Not you.
Oh,
You're 26. Do you think this is a funny joke to make?
No.
Because this is his biggest attempt at being young. He's trying to relate to the young girl. He writes, "You gif gooder than I."
I've written some really fucking repulsive things to connect.
You have?
When I'm pumping my pud, I've written some really repulsive shit. Nothing is bad. And I mean dirty shit.
Right.
And I mean lame shit, pathetic shit. Never anything is bad.
So let's say
I've written things like, if I take off your skirt, how big is it? I've never written, you gif gooder than I.
So let's say I were to get the transcripts of literally all your dirty texts, and I got a team to scour through them, and I said I want the most damaging line I could find. Not one of them would be worse than you gif gooder than I.
Well, let's not get carried away. If you had a team working on it. That's really bad.
You gif gooder than I, which is even worse. Because it's probably, I don't know how old the guy is that's trolling him. It's probably a young guy. And the young guy knows that Twitter Shia LaBeouf clapping thing, that's one of the first memes. Like Twitter, that's a default Twitter meme.
Is that a new current one?
No. It's like, it's literally like all you have to do is, insert GIF. And they show you Shia LaBeouf immediately.
Okay, well, he writes,
you gif gooder than I.
You got an F for effort.
Oh, God. No. Mongooses.
I didn't see
You didn't see this, did you?
No, I didn't.
He's trying to really hammer the point home. Mongoose is ours.
This is bad.
Nikki, Mongoose is ours. He writes, no. Mongooses, mongeese, try harder.
It can be a New Year's resolution.
When he's typing, it could be a New Year's resolution. Do you think he's just like looking with his friend who's a girl, like, this is the worst thing I've ever read?
Take the bait. Yes, he's not a take the bait. He's got his face in the tackle box.
So Anthony Weiner responds to that and says, I want to impress you long before that.
Boy, this guy, it's funny. I'm not even judging him because I've had these chats, so I get it. But
wouldn't you be at all suspicious at this point? Like, do you think you'd be so horny that you'd be throwing stuff at this freely?
You really do put on blinders sometimes, but for me, I'm always kind of aware that it can happen. But maybe he is too. It's obvious he is too, because he just wants to say, please come over and suck it. But he can't. but immediately, I want to impress you long before that. These do not sound like things you say to a troll. And she writes, so honored, smiley face.
Oh, and then he writes, I guess they had a conversation about shoes before this. Because he writes, it's the commitment to high heels.
Do you know how many times I've done this? Where you're talking and your fucking dick's in your hand and you're fucking chewing your teeth and you just keep trying to get it back into that arena. Like you just keep trying to get the talk back into that arena of sexual. You keep trying to get it baback in that fucking area.
Right. So you don't think this is a guy who's going like, this fucking asshole, I'm tricking him.
No. No, because I've actually talked to trolls, and where you do know that there is a weird thing, which I've noticed. I've gotten it through emails, I've gotten it through so many things, where men trying to be women not always, but a lot of times give themselves away in a couple of ways that they don't realize.
Right.
And I've caught so many people. I'm sure, and I've gotten caught too. I've had people that trolled me successfully, of course. But I've caught so many people.
You got to break it. You got to break a couple eggs to make an omelet. Am I right?
It's a great way to put it. Yeah. Yeah. Then my dick's all feeling stupid. Like, wow, this was working, sir. Come on. But a couple of things they do that give them away. And there's a couple of things you can do. I would love to talk to this idiot and go, there's a couple of things you can do that can always catch someone pretty early.
Wouldn't it be great to get Anthony Weiner in here so you could, like sext coach him?
Yeah. Well, I sent him a tweet.
You did?
Yes, I did. I sent him a tweet the other day.
Before this story broke?
Oh, of course not. No.
Oh.
Just having some fun with good old A to the W. And somebody wrote to me on Twitter, well, he's not a public figure right now. But it's like, yeah, but he's still, his wife works for the one who wants to be president.
And by the way, he was at the DNC. He was at the Democratic National Convention, and he did interviews, and he's been on TV.
Yeah.
He is a public figure.
Of course he is.
But you might not have seen this. I said the line that he said about the shoes, and then he wrote this. Swoon. Because that's how the kids talk. Paul, you ever say swoon to anybody?
Never.
No, no, you don't.
Never.
You wouldn't say that?
No.
It's not as masculine as some other things.
No, it's not. Swoon.
Swoon.
Anything to say, I'm attracted to your thing. Just gently. These are not all out, I'm going to eat your ass statements. These are gentle nudges back into the arena of sexual.
Because
gentle nudges.
And he's also still convincing himself that over DM, like it's just good-natured kind of flirting, and to him, this is just healthy flirting. Everybody's got to do it. I don't even think Huma would have a problem with this.
He thinks he has plausible deniability this whole time.
Right.
Every time.
He's reading that, and he's going, if this became a story, I wouldn't be in trouble for it. This would be a non-story.
Absolutely. He writes, for a while, he writes a lot of what he says with the thing of, if this gets public, how will I handle it? He's thinking that every time he writes something. Oh, I'm just being silly.
Right. But he doesn't realize, because he's thinking that, but all of his energy is in his dick.
Yeah.
So he's making terrible decisions.
He certainly
based
is.
on that.
Yeah, he's got clear stuff on the phone. All right, so he writes swoon, and she, in air quotes, writes, I have at least 6 pairs that I can think of. They're kind of my thing.
This guy is such an asshole. He realizes that Wiener has a thing for heels. So he's like, okay, I'm going to tell him I have a whole bunch of heels.
Just in chat. And does he handle it well?
He goes,
it's my thing. They're kind of my thing.
Oh, this is him being like a little cute. Mine too. We have so much in common. Lots of O's behind that S.
Yeah.
So much in common.
Yeah. They're killers on the feet, but nothing a weekend trip to the spa can't fix.
Did I mention I have no pool at this hotel? He's getting it back to the hotel.
Yes, he is.
You think so?
Yes, he is. Clearly, you need to go to the beach.
Let's see. A fourth surfing for Nikki. They were talking about surfing, I guess, earlier in the conversation.
If only I wasn't cooped up in an office all day, frowny face.
Oh, my God. I've been dropping hints as best as a mongoose can. Hee hee. Like, will you just come to my fucking hotel?
He did refer to himself as mongoose. I had not read this far. Okay.
Oh, dude, like he wants to cement the fact that, and he doesn't do the mongoose thing with anyone else. That's their inside joke. That's a connection. Because he needs to have he knows. You have this emotional connection with the girl, and then she wants to hook up. She's going to go to his hotel room.
And there's another tool for it where she writes, I can tell and I like it, Mr. Mongoose. Smiley face. LOL. Here's another thing he can do. As Mongoose, he can get away with a lot more. For instance, like, say whatever it is. Say like there's she sends a gif of a fucking, a giraffe tinkling on a small bird. He can write back, Mongoose, drink that. He can throw out the testers with Mongoose if he wants to. I need to do that. That's actually a really good technique I'm going to use.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but does Anthony like that? Oh, well, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
The thing is, though.
Chippy, don't play that.
Nobody asked if Chippy played it. The thing The thing about Mr. Mongoose right there is that should be a moment that strikes him back into reality. Because if I'm Anthony Weiner and I read some chick calling me Mr. Mongoose, all I can think about is every headline that said Carlos Danger.
Yep.
And be like, oh, fuck, I don't want to be Mr. Mongoose. You know what? Let me back off.
Right now, all the plausibility would have actually held if he had. By the way, if I say plausibility, again, stab me in the fucking throat. But if he had just
been watching Matlock, thinking you're a lawyer. I know.
Matlock.
God damn it! Just continue with your stupid point.
If he had just said, "All right, dude, I gotta go.
Yeah,
I have to go, sir," he would have actually skated.
Yeah,
because then it would have been like, "Wow, he really did know."
Yeah,
because you can't wait until after.
But instead of hearing this guy that he thought was a girl call him Mr. Mongoose and being knocked back into reality, this is what he replied.
I've also said, sorry.
Oh, go on.
I've also at times hoped against hope that it wasn't a troll, but I kind of knew it was.
Yes.
But I've also been, I've had quite a few that I thought were that weren't. Quite a few that I'm so paranoid. I've had quite a, and again, I don't even know why I give a fuck, but I've had, again, if you don't want to jerk off to someone who's not who you think they are.
Right.
But I've had so many that I thought were that weren't. Usually a phone conversation will kind of, differentiate the trolls from the non, because then they have to get a woman who will do it, or it could be a woman trolling you.
Yeah.
But usually they won't give you their number.
I mean, and if it's a woman trolling you, like if all you're doing is texting and having a phone conversation, what difference does it make if she's trolling you or not? But
I could tell it. I like it, Mr. Mongoose. Smiley face. LOL.
Hold on. Looking for a mongoose flirting gif. I may be a while. He wants to find a gif of a mongoose flirting. He's going with it.
Yes, he is.
He wants to be Mr. Mongoose.
Yeah. What he should put is he should find a gif of a mongoose apologizing to its wife. Get a gif of a mongoose's wife crying.
He's also, by the way, in that moment, when he says, I'm just looking for a picture of a mongoose flirting, he's not saying I'm flirting with you, but he's saying I'm flirting with you. Yeah. He's doing what you said.
Of course, flirting.
He's using the mongoose tool as a way to get across the fact that let's acknowledge that we're flirting.
Yeah.
We're not being friends here.
We're having a good time. And then she sends, who's that picture of?
Looks like Leighton Meester from Gossip Girl.
Wow. If I had a gun at my head and I was given 11,000 guesses, I'd wind up shot. I never would have got that. Okay, she sends back a picture of a girl.
You don't get it in the first 11,000.
Yeah,
you're dead.
You're dead. It wasn't even close. Kate Winslet? I would start reaching.
Yeah.
Shirley Hemphill? No, it's a picture of a smiling woman. That's the gif.
And then he goes, that isn't it. More like cute girl sees mongoose parts for the first time.
Mongoose parts.
He's talking about, he thinks that she's going to make that smiley face when she sees his dick.
His mongoose
dick parts.
And he says mongoose in capital M. Mongoose.
Not a proper noun.
No, it's not. Wasn't Mongoose a character or something? Goose?
Goose was in Top Gun.
In Goose?
You had a character. His name was Walt Mongoose Jenkins.
How did you know that?
Eric knew that, actually.
I forgot about that.
And
Mongoose
that's where he was the one who wouldn't accept any mucking up the works.
All right.
I think Paul has a Coke Logic animation. That
yes, he does.
Oh, was it a good character?
Well, he was a no-nonsense cop, Jim.
We got 351 likes and only 3 dislikes. Let's
take a look.
Yeah. It says mongoose.
Chief, I can't be partners with this guy. He doesn't play well with others.
Damn it, Jenkins! You gotta start playing by the rules, or I'll drum you out of the department.
I'll play by the rules when the bad guys do. You can take my badge, but you can't take my heart. That's the end of it.
That's so bad.
I remember I had written a script.
Yes.
It keeps going.
Oh, good.
Go ahead.
I don't know what you're trying to do, but while you guys are doing it, you're just mucking up the works. You may not like my tactics, but you daggone sure like my results. That was good.
Oh, that's bad.
That was really powerful.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. That was really powerful.
He came from an emotional place.
Yeah, that was good.
Because he fought crime from the heart.
That's right.
Which is sometimes the most powerful crime fighting tool.
Well, his thing was, like, you know, how, like, Beretta would say things like, don't do the crime if you can't do. I don't know if he said that, if it was just in the song. What else would he say? Something, baby. Like, Kojak would call people baby.
Yeah.
And Beretta would say something else.
All the cop and detective shows had little catchphrases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go mucking up the works. That was
terrible
Walt
one.
Mongoose Jenkins. The goose.
That was the last great mongoose.
That's right. Walt Jenkins. Don't go mucking up the works.
So maybe that's who Anthony Weiner was channeling.
Yes.
He didn't want
Mongoose.
anybody mucking up the works.
Okay, so what happened after the picture?
She sends a photo of a woman who's very, very happy. And Anthony Weiner responds on direct message, "That isn't it. More like cute girl sees mongoose parts for the first time."
Snapshot into the future. Smiley face.
Oh, that made him so hard.
Why couldn't we have gotten a girl to do this, by the way?
I don't know. I don't like having girls on. Snapshot into the future.
Smiley face.
That got him so excited.
Yes, it did.
That got him so pumped up. And then he goes, "A mongoose can dream."
God, does he stink at that?
And then I bet what happened here was he got no response. And this, I think, if I've read it, because I read the whole thing last night, I think this is DNC night. I think is that...
Oh, I thought he was talking about Snapchat. Okay.
So he writes, so he writes, "Gonna watch tonight?" I'm assuming he's talking about it in maybe his speech at the DNC.
Maybe, yeah.
And then maybe she sent a picture or something, and it seems like we're missing something.
Yeah, why are we missing something?
That's just what the paper posted.
It
The
must
New
have
York
been.
Post.
It must have been.
Maybe shoes, probably.
Yeah, but why?
Maybe
why-
they just didn't. I don't know. It was? Yeah. Okay. So it was the DNC. So she must have posted photos of shoes, and then he goes, "Strappy Black brought your A game."
LOL. Not one of. LOL. One of my teachers always said, "Dress for the job you want, not the one you have." You don't think that's good? A good girl impression?
No, it's a terrible one. But it probably sounds like the person that he was talking to.
Irk.
And then, this is what he says now.
Oh, God.
"Dress for the job you want, not the one you have," was the quote. He writes, "Apparently the job you want is making me, imagine stuff."
Oh, yeah? Smiley face. That sound more like a day off to me.
That's who he's talking to, though.
And that's the end.
And then he goes, and then he hits her up later, and he goes, "Hi."
Hi. Like the Joker?
Hi.
Hello there.
Isn't it funny that he can't just leave well enough alone?
It's all the same day, yeah.
He goes right back to her.
At least he keeps it with humor.
But this is what he sent her on direct message. "Come here often?"
Only when your hair, smiley face.
And the guy is just looking like, what the fuck did I get myself involved in? This guy is hopeless. And then he goes, "Ah." Oh, God. Okay, so he goes, "Come here often?" And she goes, "Only when you're here."
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah. And then he goes, and maybe he didn't, I don't know. But maybe the troll didn't even do it on purpose. But Anthony Weiner's mind went exactly to where, because he knew, when he wrote "come here often," he knew what he was saying. So then he writes, "Ah, I think I see what you did there. On a whole other level."
By the way, I got to say the guy who's doing this is very good, because this is so many times the women's reactions. Like, you just keep trying to get them to take the bait, and they know what you're doing, but they're just being playful about it. A lot of times they won't, they'll just say different non-sexual, or they won't go nearly as deep as you want them to go. This is very believable, this chat.
Yeah, most guys pretending to be girls would probably just be like, "You want to see my tits?"
Yeah, you want your cock and asshole licked?
It's like, suspicious about this one. So she sends, she sends a gif of, who's that, Katy Perry?
Yeah, and it says "Yas,"
which is a big female thing online.
Is that a big meme?
I don't know if that's how it's pronounced.
Oh.
Yeah. And he goes,
he's a big submissive sexually. I bet he's a big submissive sexually.
based on
This next statement and the fact that he likes shoes. He's probably a big fucking shoe worshiper.
he goes, I can't keep up. I know when I'm whipped.
Hoping she'll go, you need to be whipped. And then
Yeah.
his fucking dick can just start to drool.
You think it'll spit up a little bit?
Pun intended.
Oh. He goes, never. I'm not that good. I make up for it on effort. On effort. Ugh. And then she probably disappears for a little bit. This is all one day, by the way. This entire thing we've been reading is all one day. Who has this much time?
Yeah, when you're going to speak at the DNC.
Yeah. He writes...
oh, wait, he was in L.A. He wasn't going to speak. Sorry, he was in L.A.
Oh, so maybe he was just watching the DNC. Right. So he goes, only 7 more hours of speeches. Better rush home.
A++ for effort in that case. Is Tim Kaine speaking tonight? Hopefully I'm home in time to hear him.
And then he goes, and Obama and Biden.
Yes! Are Obama and Biden as awesome and personal in person as they are on TV?
And that's another thing he's doing. The same thing he was doing with Trump. Is he's like, oh, can you imagine if I got him to be like, oh, Obama's kind of a
Oh my
cockhead?
God, yes.
That's all he wants, because now he knows that he's got fucking Wiener all wrapped up. So if he's got anything, he's going to want to say something to impress her. And he goes, this is how you know, by the way, that Anthony Weiner does not have a close connection with the president. His insight is, Obama chews nicotine gum. But yes, that's the big secret. That's the big insider dirt.
Ooh,
from
so they
Anthony
letting
Weiner.
her in.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, still better than cigarettes, at least.
Yep. Human being.
Good to know. People are people, even after the cameras go off.
Not me. I'm a mongoose.
Oh, my God. I didn't realize this. He really made this a thing, didn't he?
So do you take back your statement that people should not be giving him a hard time about the mongoose thing?
I take it back with humiliation. I was wrong and stupid. I thought, because the Post only printed a little bit, I literally thought that was the whole chat. Mm-hmm. I didn't understand that it went this far.
Yeah.
Note taken. Are people really loving my character?
They love it. They love it.
Okay. Valley Jim's making a big appearance today. Isn't
Oh,
he?
yeah.
She.
Left work yet?
6. So making progress. Then I get to, quote, enjoy LA traffic.
Oh, that's a fun little local reference.
LA?
They gave me a car and a driver, so I sit in traffic in a cocoon, big enough for a brood of monkeys. You think he's hinting at anything? You think he's trying to get anything across?
He won't stop. He won't. The fucking mongoose.
He won't. He wants her to ride in his mongoose mobile.
Oh my God. And drink his little mongoose.
I'll bet drink his mongoose.
Jinx.
I'll bet he Googled, like, what is a group of mongoose called? And that's how he said brood of mongoose.
A brood of mongoose.
A brood of mongoose.
He won't stop.
No.
I'm jealous. That must be so nice. Uber is the closest thing I ever get to a car and driver. You don't think that's good, though? Valley Jim?
No. And then he writes, you need better staff. Parentheses, local man dusts off his resume. I don't know what he's getting at there.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. Oh, and then she responds.
I am my staff.
And then you see the emoji? Crying laughter.
Crying.
That's what it sounds like when you're crying laughing.
He sure is.
Oh, this Anthony Weiner won't quit. He writes, I'm pretty sure there is a my staff joke here, but not sure if it's too soon to go blue with Nikki. He.
It's never too soon. Smiley face.
Valley Jim is getting excited by this.
A lot of Valley Jim. A lot of V to the J today. I didn't realize it would be this much.
Oh, yeah. Funny scene here. I moved the TV so I could hear/see it while I shower. I dropped it. Neighbor complained. Me, towel, TV, floor, and now concierge on the way. Now, Jim.
Right back.
Jim, as an experienced meter of women on the internet. Sexter, if you will. Why would he mention that he... Was he just saying it's just a funny scene? Like, here's just a little something that you could laugh at? Is that why he mentioned that he was in the shower wearing just a towel? Just because it's a funny scene?
Well, the first part where he goes, funny scene here, I moved the TV so I could see it while I showered, dropped it, neighbor complained. See, that would be fine.
Okay. Just a little, he just threw in the shower thing. Just a little. It's not even enough.
Nothing crazy, hoping she'd say, let me see.
Right.
But then she didn't. He writes, me, towel, TV, floor. And now the concierge just keeps throwing it out there.
It's like he wants to say, I said I was in the shower. You know what that means, right?
Did you read what I said a minute ago? Yeah. Just checking.
You probably want to see, right?
If you'd like to see, I'll show you. Right. And then she says, come out with just the towel on when he/she knocks would be pretty much equal a tip for the concierge. What?
It's not even good flirting for a girl.
No.
But when Valley Jim does it, it's so much worse. It brings out all the awfulness.
I'll be honest, on Twitter, I think Valley Jim is getting a lot of love.
You think so?
A lot of love.
Well, Anthony Weiner says, yes, Nikki is on a roll. Yep, I'm ready. Then he writes, since I feel silly for busting their TV, I'm going to go for the big diversion.
Hoping she'll say, I haven't even read the next, how big is it?
That's it.
Is it a big diversion? Big diversions are better than small.
Or, I wouldn't mind a bit. Sometimes in my life, I need a big diversion.
She writes, there we go. The concierge will always remember the time he or she confronted a near-naked mongoose.
Which,
Perfect response, by the way.
Yeah.
Perfect fucking response.
Why do you say that?
Because so many times you throw out the bait and they don't take it.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts.
Because I was about to say, that is a frustratingly non-sexual statement.
Yes, but it's also playful enough. She says the word naked. She gets mongoose with the cap. They're all capitalizing mongoose now.
So now it's like, that's his name.
That's his name.
Yeah. And this is how Anthony Weiner responds. Because he just is catching the vibe and he's just going to go with it. He goes, this is definitely a porn setup.
And he doesn't mean, now he'll look back and go, see, I knew it was a setup, but he meant set up in a sexy, fun, playful, keep flirting way.
Yeah, what he's saying is, this is the way a pornography movie is set up. Let's get back to talking about fucking.
Okay. And so what does he say?
He goes, this is definitely a porn setup.
If she's wearing high heels and tight clothes, you know it comes next. Smiley face.
I believe that's winking.
Winky face. And then he says nothing, and then she says, finally off work.
And then he responds to the first one. Or, if she's wearing strappy black heels and just left work to welcome me to L.A.?
To come welcome me to L.A.
Yeah.
And then, LOL, I'm gonna guess if the show flew you out and paid for hotel, you're closer to the Century City side of town.
And this is where the payoff comes.
They're brilliant by this guy, by the way, who did this. Really smart.
Yeah.
Because that's such a subtle... All right, but where are you? Just keep getting him to say stuff. And I see how a man could fall for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if they're all fucking worked up.
Oh my God, you're all lathered up.
So the big, yeah. And he's just sitting there in his towel with his broken television.
His fucking rod.
Oh, yeah.
Turgidly poking through.
Oh, yeah. We've all seen what it looks like.
Fuck yeah.
So he goes, so she goes, you're closer to the Century City side of town. And he responds with his cell phone number, which has been blurred out, obviously, in the paper. And then he goes, text, and I'll hit that location button thing.
Because that's what you do with a male troll.
Right.
You give him your cell phone and your location. Right. Of course. I've done it with a lot of guys by accident.
Yeah, that's the way you handle them. Let them know exactly where you are and how they can contact you.
Sorry, I'm just entering traffic and have to go back home, or my roommate might hate me forever.
Anyways, okay.
Sorry, I'm the worst.
And then he goes, he's such a fucking cornball. She goes, I'm the worst. He goes, I don't have enough data to work with. But that guy who runs North Korea seems worse.
Fucking home run wiener.
You thought that was good?
He's fucking Chip Wieners.
Yeah.
Chip Wienerson.
This just turned into...
He fucking stinks.
It's just turned into Chip and Valley Jim just tweeting each other.
I don't have enough data to work with, but that guy who runs North Korea seems worth...
This is gonna get sopping wet.
Fuck yeah. Kim Jong-un.
That's not how you pronounce his name.
LOL, or your orange neighbor. Crying laughing.
By the way, Valley Jim's face when he's doing crying laughing looks like the crying laughing emoji.
Yeah, it does.
BTW, thanks for your help with my wardrobe. Sheesh. And that's the end of it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I wonder if when he finally gave out the phone number and didn't get a response back, if that's when he realized he had been trolled. I think there's a good possibility that he realized that he was dealing with a catfish at that moment when he didn't get the response, and that's why it kind of just ended. Because he was like, oh, shit. And so now...
Or he started talking to somebody else because he realized she won't come over. It also ended after she realized she won't come.
And that's just it.
He's in L.A., he's trying to fucking maybe do something.
Yeah.
Or he may have come.
Right. And
sometimes, maybe you blow a load. Sometimes you blow a load, and you're like, all right, I'm all done-ski with this chat.
Or it just ended the day the Post reported that story.
Well, that's a good point. Travis said, yeah, that may have been the Post may have ruined it.
But this text was on July 27th.
Yeah.
So the Post, yeah. So it's been a couple of weeks.
Why the fuck did it take so long?
I don't know. Maybe it took them. Maybe the people who had the conversation didn't know if they were going to report it or not. Oh, Anthony Weiner. Anthony Mongoose Carlos Danger Weiner.
This guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
He just rules.
We can go to some calls. 866-969.
They're probably going to all praise Valley Jim.
You think that that's what this whole
That's what
bit
this
was
whole
about?
thing is about, praising Valley Jim.
866-969-1969. It's either the Morning Jam with Jim and Sam, or Morning Glances with Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, or Fudging Around with Friends.
The Sam and Chipper Show, Chipper and Sam Show. Sam and Chipper Show, Chipper and Sam Show.
Or Jim and Sam, or Happy Go Lucky Bunch. Let's go to Daniel in New York. Daniel, welcome.
Morning, guys. Good morning, Valley Jim.
Hello.
First of all, it's great to hear you guys. You guys really make a great show.
Thank you.
I just tuned in this morning real quick and heard you guys talking about this Wiener thing. What's your take on it, Jim, about this guy publishing these texts? I mean, private. Listen, I'm not a fan of Wiener at all, but don't you? Are you okay with it?
No, it's funny. I never agree with stuff like that, and I think I said that at the beginning, where it always drives me crazy that they do this because it's a tremendous invasion of privacy.
Well, who are you against? Is the problem that somebody trolled him at all? Is it the problem that the troll reached out to the newspaper? Is the problem that the newspaper published
I get why you troll. Like it's different. He's a public figure, and he's a public figure in a different way. Like he's a guy who was running for mayor, and he got caught doing this, and now his wife. This ties into his wife working with Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Like now it's more interesting to people because your wife is working for someone who could be the most powerful woman in the world. And
yeah.
it's they're trying to embarrass Hillary. There's a bigger picture thing here where he's so stupid to be doing this. But to be honest, dude, I never I'll make fun of it. I think it's, but I don't think that this guy should be crucified for this. He's just dumb. Do you know what I mean, dude? Is he here?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's stupid.
But it's also like the because I agree with you. I think it is plotting against Hillary, but the anti-Hillary people also know that this is a story, like this is a part of a bigger story, right? So it's like, if this were his first infraction, this probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. But the fact that this guy can't get his fucking pre-cum soaked fingertips off a keyboard is insane.
Yeah, but dude, I never like that stuff, man. I never think that your private stuff should be published, even when you're a public figure, unless it ties into like the public has the right to know it or it's hurting the public, but it doesn't. What he's doing there is just talking. I've defended Wiener the whole time. I mean, I make fun of him, but I've also defended the fact that he's not even fucking these other women.
Right.
He literally is just talking, and maybe like, you know, Tiger was doing that thing, that ritual. As much as he's dumb at this and the mongoose, there's no evidence that he fucked other women. So maybe his wife is off and he's not getting laid and he jerks off on the road and he just talks shit. Like, if that's the worst thing Anthony Weiner does, he should still actually be in office.
Yeah, but there's also the thing about lying about it. It'd be one thing if he was like, look, you know, this was done in my free time, this was done here, this was done there. The problem is, he lied about it both times.
He did, but he also...
And then he also comes up with the... Like, it becomes, to me, a bigger story that he gets reached out... Like, it'd be one thing if the New York Post reached out to him and he said, what I do in my personal time is quite frankly none of your business. Then it's like, okay, but it makes the story so much funnier, juicier, whatever it is, that he still... has to be the smartest guy in the room. He has to be right, and he has to be the guy that said, I knew it was a troll the whole time.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where I just don't, he did lie about it, but he knows the culture we live in. You kind of have to. You know, my take on it has always been that I think the guy could still run for mayor. It's shitty decision making. Like when you know you want to be the mayor of the city. Mm-hmm. It's a dumb thing to do, and to restart it again shows bad decision making and shows that he kind of... The only problem with people in public life like this is it may compromise you, like to blackmail. That's the only valid argument to people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
How can you say that? Because this guy repeatedly said, apologized to his wife about it, said he would never do it again, and he keeps on doing it. So he's a serial liar. You can't trust someone like that.
Yeah, I understand the thinking behind that, but and how many of us fall into this in this day and age? It's like, it's not... Dude,
probably, you know, 80% of living people do the same exact thing, but when you're trying to run for office...
I think if he's running for office, it is newsworthy.
Yeah, I don't...
And I think now he's not running for office, so now the argument that it's not newsworthy is valid. But I think if he's running for office, then it's newsworthy. Because number one, it's a huge distraction. Like, if you're a pussy hound while you're trying to also be a politician, it's a distraction. And he's like presenting this image of being this family man and apologizing to his wife, and it's all like a lie. Not to say that it's not always... usually it is a lie, and I get that, but... You're supposed to at least be able to cover your tracks.
I just wish that we didn't, like, you know, again, it's fun to make fun of someone calling himself a mongoose.
Great.
But the fact that this is even a problem, like, it really shouldn't be a problem if he's just privately talking dirty to people.
Right.
Because, again, apparently he was good at what he did. So I know what you mean, guy. Like, dude, it's stupid that he did this. But as much as I'll goof on him, I do feel bad for him because he's just talking. He's not even fucking these. Would he let her come over? I don't know.
Thanks, buddy. Especially all these people that are now specific. Like, this guy was trolling him. Sydney Leathers was out to get him.
No.
Like, now people are just... He's become a very easy mark. Tommy in Brooklyn, you're on whatever the name of this show is.
How are you guys?
Hey, man.
Listen, not for nothing, but how many fucking women know what a mongoose is?
It's true. A young girl getting a mongoose reference.
You know, the only other thing I could say is, I don't think he's a sex addict. I think he's married to a cold fish who ain't giving him any. And he's just looking to get laid any way he can. And I don't blame him.
Now, dude, those things could both be true.
Yeah.
But the reason I think he is not just because he's talking dirty, but because it's all like what price you're willing to pay.
Right.
He's gotten caught. It ruined his political life. Like, he's a powerful fucking guy, and then he's starting to get his political life back, and he does it again.
Yeah.
And then his wife is running is working with Hillary. And he gets caught again. It's just the stupidity of it. Like,
nobody gets caught 3 times. It's this fool me once, fool me twice. There's no fool me a third time. It's not even part of the saying.
Yeah, Elliot Spitzer at least I think stopped, didn't he? Did he get busted again, or did he just kind of stop? No, he never got caught again. At least he was smart about it.
At the same time, you think his wife would give him some
Maybe she does, dude. Maybe she does. I don't know if she fucks
he
him.
knocked her up, so she fucked him at some point. But she's also, like, he has completely humiliated her. I think the idea of her not being sexually attracted to that man anymore is high.
Yeah.
Highly, especially when she reads these fucking texts.
Yeah.
Kevin in Philadelphia, welcome to the show.
Oh, my God. I'm getting PTSD from what's happening to Wiener. I feel so bad for this bastard.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I had almost an identical situation happen to me years ago in fucking high school. Like, ruined my life. Long story short, it was on Instant Messenger days. This new girl joined our high school, so I'm writing back to her, and we're sending some dirty messages. Long story short, she eventually comes over to my house. It's a bunch of people from my school in a fucking wig out front of my house.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Is that true?
Yes, and I was horned up, 16 years old. Oh, it was mortifying. The chat logs went through high school. It was so bad. I can't imagine. Take that times it by 1,000. This is in the media for everybody to see. I went through shit. I can't imagine poor Wiener. Oh my God.
And by the way, for all the It Gets Better people, that never went away, did it?
No. I had to transfer schools for many reasons, but this is one of the many. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. It was. So imagine, like, everyone knows the kid that pissed his pants or shit his pants in first grade. That followed him.
You're talking to him.
But I mean, this was just compounded by a million. It was fucking terrible. So
yeah. It's funny. Like, it's to me though. Even though I don't know. You think it's newsworthy? I don't know if it is. Like, if I had the choice, if I had access to this and I had the choice to make it public, and I can really mean this, I would absolutely not make it public.
Right.
Never.
Right.
I would never make it public. The only argument to be made...
Are you bummed out that you were working on the show that made it public?
Well, I never... Well, when they tweeted that, I never would have done that.
Right.
I wouldn't have. And, I told those guys that. I thought it was crazy. But it's one of those things where I guess the fact that he could be in a position where his wife is very closely tied to the most powerful person in the country.
Yeah.
If he all of a sudden becomes vulnerable to blackmail, like, we're all vulnerable to sexual blackmail in some way.
Right.
Like, hey, I don't want people to say it, but that's a big one. Like, when your wife could be influencing Hillary Clinton. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's a little different. I don't know.
What's nice about Anthony Weiner is the stuff that's come out about him has been so humiliating that I don't see what they could possibly blackmail him with. What information could come out about this guy that would make us be like, oh, I don't know about him. You
Just
know
if he
what
had a graphic, dirty talk. Like, this is flirty and embarrassing. But if he was saying, like, hey, you know what I mean? Yeah, come over. Here's my room, and I'm going to put my cock in your mouth.
Right.
Like, he's not saying all these... she probably could have gotten, but I don't know. I just ran out of steam on that.
It's okay. Don't even worry about it. You get so excited.
Where's our food? We don't have any food. Oh,
check on that, Paulie O.
Do we have an intern or no? Oh,
no interns.
Why? Oh,
we could send Derek down to get stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Plus, it's a vacation day. We're just in here jamming.
That's not what we're doing.
I didn't know we've been on for over an hour already.
Yeah, man.
We're fucking jamming.
Shut up. Eric in Detroit.
You don't like that?
No.
We are jamming.
And like, you just take pride in yourself. Like, man, this has been great.
Jamming.
No,
because this is morning jam.
I know what it is.
Oh, you got it. Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Good. Was good.
So Jim mentioned that there's no evidence that he's sleeping with these girls and he's talking with them. But my question is, what does he think would have happened, or either of you think would have happened if this so-called person would have showed up to his location after he shared it with them?
That's a good question. One of two things. He would have fucked them or he wouldn't. It's one of those things where there are times I have gone through so many dirty conversations like this, like really dirty ones, way dirtier than this, where I am not going to actually do the thing I say. And there's so many, the good thing about texting and where it gets different, or dirty talk on the phone, is you're exploring a lot of times things and you're going into these crazy, dirty areas that you have no intention of doing. You're just jerking off.
Right.
So when I'm jerking off, I'm a different guy. And there's been times where I've had the opportunity to do things, and I mean a lot of times, that I just keep diverting. I keep these subtle nudges. I bring it in. I subtly nudge to get the conversation sexual. But when it comes down, like, okay, I'll be over in a few minutes. I'm like, well, hold on a second, and then blah, blah, and I just kind of nudge my way out of it because what I'm doing is I'm jerking off.
Right.
So
you don't have any intent. You don't want her to come over.
Or you do, but not at that moment. Or you think you do, but it's like, I really shouldn't. I got a girlfriend. There are times where you really do think that way. So that's another reason I say this guy really was just talking.
Like you're jerking off to the idea of her coming over.
I don't like the fact that we judge each other on this stuff.
Right.
Like if you're out there and you're a married person and you're cheating, or if you're fucking someone who's underage, that's a big difference. But
huge difference.
If you're just talking dirty and jerking your dick, like, who cares?
Yeah. Although women, the same reason why, like, your ex was furious about the LOLs in your text.
Yep.
Women don't see it that way.
You're right.
In terms of cheating. Like, women think that emotional cheating is a thing. 100%. And a lot of women, especially in relationships, actually think that emotional cheating can be worse.
Yeah, but that's only if you love somebody.
Right.
I don't think they think talking dirty is worse than fucking someone. They think having an emotional affair is worse.
Right. Right. I see. And Anthony Weiner is not having an emotional affair
No, he's just talking shit.
with his mongoose friend.
I really do feel bad for the guy. Like, again, he might be an arrogant idiot.
He is.
But I do feel bad for him. Like, he's not a fucking monster. He's just a dope.
No, he is. And he is an arrogant idiot, and that's 100%. You have to see the movie. I think it's on iTunes now. So you can see what'd you say? I think it's on Netflix.
Paul,
is it already on Netflix? I think so.
Microphone, Paul. I can't hear you.
So you can see exactly. It's on. So you can see exactly how bad he is.
I didn't know he was that arrogant.
He's super arrogant, and he's like in his head. I would imagine that he still thinks that he could be president. I think that he believes that there is an Anthony Weiner comeback, and it's in the works, and that's okay. Another setback for a day, but we'll move forward, and it'll be just fine.
It's all this. It drives me fucking crazy, though. It's all this sexual shaming of stuff that, all right, it's inappropriate, but if his wife stayed married to him, like, that kind of is all that matters. It
is, but like I thought that too, because like, who knows? They could have a marriage where this is cool. I don't know, and if they do, then that's fine. But I watched this movie, and she struck me as a broken woman.
Oh,
like it was like, this poor woman has like, she's obviously a smart chick. She's got an amazing career with Hillary Clinton. She got all this stuff going on. She marries this guy.
Meet Carlos Danger.
She thinks they're going to be a political power couple. And now she's stuck trying to, like, have her political career and be like, well, what my husband does doesn't identify what I do. It's a mess. It's a mess.
I tell you, because I almost trolled him.
You did?
Yeah.
You talking about Anthony Weiner?
Yeah. See that tweet there?
Let's see. It says, "Hi." This is from Jim Norton. Wow. Hi at Anthony Weiner. It says, "I'm a pretty girl with short hair and bubbly A-cup bosoms, looking for a hunk to chat with. This is not a catfish." And you tweeted it from your account.
Verified account, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet, no.
Verified Jim Norton. But you almost got him?
Almost got him. Yeah, I'm
Didn't
sure
get
he
any
almost
response. He probably will.
Nah, he might get around. He probably hasn't seen it yet.
We'll see in the coming days. You got to follow him because I'm sure you'll be getting an instant message from him in no time.
Yeah.
This is not a catfish.
Anthony, what are you doing?
Poor Anthony. He just wants a good jerk, and porno doesn't do it for him anymore.
No, he just likes talking dirty.
He does.
Maybe his wife doesn't. Like he says, she seems like a broken woman because she's embarrassed.
She is.
Who knows what she's like though? Like the guy who says she's not giving him any. Maybe she knows what he's like, and she's just a very, hey, make love in and out with a lot of kissing and eye contact. And he's like, I love this person so much, but I hate fucking her.
Right.
I don't know.
I need filthy dirtiness.
Yeah, maybe
I need
she doesn't
strappy shoes and animal references.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't make him feel powerful. Who knows? I mean, I'm not blaming her at all. I'm just saying that maybe she knows, like, all right, I married a guy who needs Wow, what a smile on her. Jesus. Oof.
A little toothy, but still.
Yeah, that's all right. She's
beautiful.
She's very beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, oh man. Well, we should probably take a break.
I was hoping some food to be here and some beverage, but no.
No, not going to happen today, Travis?
Well, I told Derek after you mentioned it that he should probably go see Eric, and he was like, really?
He thought he graduated from having to do that.
I sent him down.
Oh, did he go down?
Well, I sent him down to
in the Starbucks, too?
I sent him down to Sex Bagel. Summer Nagel, I sent him down to.
You'd think that Sex Bagel would be able to pick up a cup of coffee for Jimbo. He's got his...
I need a medium iced cold brew.
He's got those running shorts on. He's aerodynamic today. Not a whole lot of fabric holding him back.
He should get there quick for now.
Right, the wind just hitting his naked legs.
He is aerodynamic, isn't he?
That's right. You could see his socks. Look at his white socks peeking through.
Oh, did I tweet my photo of Eric?
Yeah. It looks like you did.
That's the one I took, yeah. Doesn't look good there.
Oh, my God. Oh, I think Paul just pulled up a picture of with Stewart from Beavis and Butthead wearing the Winger t-shirt. Oh, all right. We'll take a break. Did you hear about Brendan Dassey? For making a murderer?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll talk about that after the break. So stay tuned. We'll also try to cement a name for this morning's program.
It's only on today, so we got to do it quick.
Exactly.
How about, I know what it is. A.M. Joshin.
Don't come up with new names. Just go to break.
Fudging around with friends. Sam and myself, the little sweet boy in me.
I don't like that because it doesn't have my name in it.
Well, yeah, no, I don't. But neither does fudging around with friends.
Yeah, but everyone knows that's me. Because fudging around is mine.
Oh. Welcome back to a show that both Jim Norton and Sam Roberts are on.
That's right.
This morning.
We're debating a name for today's program.
Right. It's a very special presentation. I believe you and Opie will be back next Monday, correct?
Yeah, I think we're off the rest of the week.
Yes, and I will be on live tonight, Sam Roberts Show at 9 p.m. Eastern on this channel with David Cross on the show.
Oh, okay.
That'll be good. And I'll be on all week. And we're doing a live event on Thursday. So if you're a wrestling fan, it's a big SummerSlam event at Caroline's on Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern.
People have to buy tickets?
No, it's free.
Will they show up?
Oh, yeah. It'll be packed. It'll be full. So you're going to want to go early. If you want to go, email sam@notsam.com, subject line Caroline's event, and we're putting together the list of people that we're going to let in. But it will definitely fill up. I'll probably announce the guests tomorrow or something.
Oh, okay.
But
I should go there and do some wrestling talk.
You think so? Do you have any?
Sure.
Like, what'd you say?
Gary Blurn.
Oh, was Gary Blurn a wrestler?
Yeah, that you came up with.
Oh.
So you don't remember any of his attributes?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's too bad. No, I like doing stuff with you, but I figured the Caroline's event, I didn't invite you.
No, but I should be a part of that. I would be really good. I'll be like, he's going to slam him all over the damn mat.
Right. Yeah, no. I'll probably handle that one. You got other stuff that you do. So
You've been blurned. That's right. That was one of them?
That's his catchphrase.
It was.
It's really, really great. But
okay, cool.
But yeah, I'll probably handle that on my own. But speaking of wrestling and WrestleMania,
yes,
Brendan Dassey.
That's right.
It looks like he's going to get out. So Brendan Dassey is the young guy from Making a Murderer. Not the, what's the older guy's name?
Stephen Avery.
Stephen Avery.
He's the younger, blithering idiot.
Yes. He's the kid. Oh my God. He's
a smart hairdo.
You can always tell those bangs in front that really make it look like you put a popcorn bowl over your head and just cut around it.
Yeah, nothing says dunce like that hairdo.
You watch that thing though, and you just hear him in the police station going, "Am I going to get out of here by 7th period?" And the cop goes, "I don't know, maybe." And he didn't get out of there for 15 years.
Yeah.
Like he never went home after that first thing. So basically,
has he really been in jail since this moment?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he never got out. He never escaped at all. So basically what happened was, anybody who's seen the series on Netflix, Making a Murderer, like, it's pretty obvious. I've heard some theories about Stephen Avery, but it's very kind of universally accepted that they railroaded this Brendan Dassey. Because he was said, well, he's a slow boy.
Yeah, his lawyer was shit too, I think.
Yeah, his lawyer put him in the position to have to confess. His lawyer convinced him that you have to confess, and you can see him. They got amazing footage of him making things up. Like he's double talking. Half of it's not real. Didn't his lawyer
Len Kaczynski.
What's his name?
Len Kaczynski. Not great. And also,
he took himself off the case, right? Yeah.
Sounds like a character you would make up.
Len Kaczynski, yeah. I'm attorney Len Kaczynski. I bet you that there's a lot of footage that didn't make the documentary. There's probably hours and hours and hours of it too that the cops or that whatever people probably went over. His lawyers probably went over.
Len Kaczynski here to put the bad guys in jail, but you're a defense attorney. Yeah. That doesn't matter.
Legal Len Kaczynski weighing in.
Yeah. No,
it's a dumb name.
You're supposed to be defending these people, not putting them in jail. Oh. You're a terrible defense attorney. Oh. He also famously, when he asked if he was going to be out in time for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
and he wasn't. I mean, there have been 15 WrestleManias since he asked that. Yeah, like a lot. He would not know any of the characters or anything. He's become an adult, and he's gotten kind of big and fat in jail.
Yeah.
You just saw that photo, right?
Shorts.
No, that's a different guy. But he's wearing, there he is. He graduated. It looks like he graduated, what's that, high school in jail? He got his diploma. And they got a big old poncho for him to wear with his hat. But yeah, so what happened? Oh,
it's like a Muppet.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't look good. That's a different photo.
Yeah, Brendan Dassey.
That's not Brendan.
Oh, no, you all looks like Brendan Dassey.
You don't think he does, do you?
Yes, I do. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, at least we know one's smarter than the other.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. One's a little dumb and the other one is... No.
One one's getting out of jail.
Oh, no.
Oh, shucks.
I hope no one picks up on that.
You think...
I hope none of the listeners run with that.
You don't want them to?
No, that'd be embarrassing for the kid.
You mean you would be hurt for E-Rock if people found out that he looked like older Brendan Dassey. Because a minute ago, because the only thing is, and I don't know that I see the resemblance. I haven't gone on the record as saying that, but the only thing is, because before you were just saying how Brendan Dassey looked like a complete dunce, and then you just compared him. That's the only thing that strikes me.
Oh boy.
You think once he gets out of jail, he's going to be the first stop he's going to make is at the shorts store? He can finally start wearing his shorts again.
Yeah, watch wrestling, drink iced tea.
Are you telling me your theory is that Brendan Dassey likes to fix Arnie Palmy?
Yes, he does. Likes a good treat for himself. Oh, boy.
I don't see it.
No,
I don't see it myself, but to each his own, I suppose. So, the case got brought up to a federal judge, you see.
Yeah.
And the federal judge decided that it was unconstitutional that he was in jail because the confession had been coerced.
It was. I think they're right about that.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it took getting him out of that small town to do anything about it, right? Like, as long as he was there, that wasn't going to happen. But the minute you bring it up to federal court, they're like, no, of course not.
Are they doing a writ of habeas corpus? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
They're trying to get the body.
I think you just wanted to use some lingo.
No, but I think I just saw that they were doing writ of habeas corpus.
And what does that mean?
It's the writ is the whole written thing,
right?
And the habeas corpus is your body,
right?
It's like trying to get your body out of jail.
That sounds like Len Kaczynski speak.
You talking about legal Len Kaczynski?
Are you saying? Are you saying I didn't follow that up with a smart sounding legal opinion?
Not at all.
That's right. See, writ of habeas corpus is their writing to get his body out of jail.
Well, that's the petitioning to get the body. The body is pretty much what it is. Let's look up writ of habeas corpus, and if you spell it with an R, I'll bite your forearms. There you go.
There he is. You got it right. Writ of habeas corpus is a court order to a person or agency holding someone in custody to deliver the imprisoned individual to the court issuing the order.
Literally to produce the body, it says.
No, you're right. You're right.
So it looks like fucking legal Norton. legal Jimmy.
Legal Eagle.
You know what that?
No. You have to... see, the problem is... Do you think that they're going to let Stephen Avery out now?
No, because he's fucking guilty.
He is, right?
I think the difference was they didn't convict Brendan Dassey on DNA evidence.
Right.
I don't think there was any DNA evidence connecting him, but there is with Avery.
Yeah,
I believe. He's a piece of shit.
You think he's 100% guilty?
I do now, especially after the prosecutor came out and said they didn't show the fucking physical evidence.
Right.
I don't know what they had with Brendan Dassey. Something tells me Brendan Dassey helped clean up. Something tells me he might have said, hey, get in here and help me clean up this garage, whatever dumb accent they have.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly. I think
kind of slipped into Aussie there for a second.
Oh, there's a dead body in here. We've got little pieces of in the fire pit.
How many people would be fucked up if they just found out that, like, that asshole, the prosecutor...
It's pointing at Travis.
That everybody hated? If they just found out he was right the whole time.
Well, he was about Stephen Avery.
He was guilty. I mean, I'm not ready to say. Here's the thing, though. Well, if they didn't present the physical evidence, how can you say? I think the argument is that
the documentary didn't.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Anybody who watches the series is under the impression that whether Stephen Avery was guilty or not, he wasn't found. It wasn't a fair trial because they didn't prove that he was guilty. But if they left out evidence, who knows?
Well, they proved he was guilty in real life. The documentary made it look like they didn't prove he was guilty.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's
Terrible
what I mean.
Job.
That's what I mean.
Well, there's season 2 coming, so.
Did you
But
hear
is
that?
it of him or someone else?
No, it's of this case.
Oh, well, what's the documentary? We're going to show you all the stuff now that proved he was guilty that we held out before.
Yeah.
Thank you, Derek.
Yeah.
Derek just kissed me.
I'm assuming that, but how did they, I wonder what season 2 was. Derek is taking a seat while he's giving you stuff.
Thank you.
I wonder what the plan for season 2 was. There's a lot of bag crinkling going on.
Sure is.
Yeah. It's not working.
No, it's not. Not at all. Thanks.
I wonder what the plan for season 2 was, because obviously now this will be a huge part of season 2. Travis, do you know what their thinking was when they started?
I think it was just more evidence pointing towards his innocence and guilt. Because I think after they were called out for being, very heavily favoring Stephen Avery, because, that's the access that they got.
Right.
I think that season 2, they just plan to expand on it. But now, obviously...
And it wasn't even the access that they got because they had so much stuff they just chose not to show.
But they did get, the defense let them follow them around, for the entire case. Like you saw those.
Oh, I see.
His two lawyers.
True. Right. Yeah.
Maybe the prosecutor wouldn't talk to him.
That's probably it. Yeah.
That was the thing about Making a Murderer. I felt not long enough, too short.
Yeah, really begged for a second season.
I was like, "Where's the next episode? We need more."
It was enough.
That's actually a great literal point to make. Yeah. No, I'm glad you put it there. But I am happy that Brendan Dassey got out. I don't think he did anything.
I don't know if he did anything, but I still think he got fucked on the confession.
He did. He absolutely did.
I don't know.
The best part of that series was him and his mother both not knowing what inconsistent meant.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the phone conversations that were going on between him and his mom from jail. There was no information.
Yeah, they're a family of dolts.
Full conversations going back and forth with nothing happening.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do that, yeah?
Yeah.
So
what
did
does
you do it?
Inconsistent mean? I don't know.
did you do it, or are you lying?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
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 Like, they're the type of people that you talk to and you want to scream.
Yeah.
Because they're not taking in the information that you're giving them. Like, you're looking at them face to face, and there is a block in the information. And then what they did was they took two of them and they put them together face to face. And there's just nothing. There's nothing coming out, and the nothing is just hitting a block, and it's just rebounding off each other.
Yeah, they really were fucking. They're just absolute dopes. So yeah, they fucked him. They fucked this kid, and he's going to get out now. Or maybe he'll get out. I don't know. I mean, that might not happen.
That's true. That's true.
He may not get, because they have time to appeal. They're going to appeal.
Right.
They have to.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
not gonna
because
say
oh yeah, we blew it. You're right. You
we
caught
put
us.
this blockhead in by mistake for fucking 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah, too stupid to function. Has been in jail for no reason. Oh,
Wow.
He's got his shirt tucked into his pants there.
Yeah. By the way, here's a sign you're an idiot. If you tuck your shirt into your sweatpants, you're an idiot.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think it's just more comfortable that way?
Never. That's a sign of complete idiocy. People around you are afraid you're going to get your shirts caught on stuff. So they make you tuck them into your big fat boy sweats.
Well, I don't know. His shirt, they're long and they get caught up on doorknobs. He falls down a lot.
He's always getting them caught when he walks and they rip.
And you know, Brendan just can't take another fall to the head. He can't take it. It's been one too many already.
So let's see what happens, man. He's a big kid, though. He has really giant hands. Look at the size of his hands next to his mother. He's a big fucking galoot.
He is in every sense of the word a big galoot. He's basically Mongo from Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's who he is. That's the one thing I worry about. Like, if he gets out, an angry Brendan Dassey who's mad and feels like, I got to avenge my family or whatever it is, it's not somebody that anybody wants to deal with.
Well, I don't think that he'll be like that. I think that when you get out, then again, Stephen Avery got out, and look what happened to him.
Yeah, wrongly convicted again.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
No, me neither, actually. I feel like, at first when I was watching it, I got caught up in it. But now I feel like Stephen Avery's been in there so long, it's like, yeah. Like, that's how you know. When I watched the West Memphis 3 movie, I was sitting there, and at no point did I think that the kids were guilty. And then after the movie, I didn't even think to myself, oh, I wonder if these kids did it. I think they might have done it. Like, throughout the whole thing, it was kind of like, obviously, they got railroaded. These guys, I was like Stephen Avery, I was like, yeah, I could see it happening. And as time has gone on, it's been more like, yeah, he's probably did it.
Yeah, because he was a piece of shit before.
Right. Let's go to Jason in Detroit. Jason, you're on, what's the show name at this moment?
Pre-noon jocularity.
What's going on, Jason?
Morning, guys. I read yesterday in one of the wrestling websites, Sean Waltman, your guys' buddy, said if Brendan gets out in time for WrestleMania, he will pay for his trip, tickets, everything.
X-Pac wants to bring him to WrestleMania. I mean, I don't think, I'm sure it would be easy. X-Pac was good to jump on that bandwagon first and get a little bit of publicity out of it, but I don't think it would be tough to get Brendan Dassey to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I've actually offered to take John Hinckley to see Sabbath this week.
Did you see the photos of John Hinckley?
Yes.
John Hinckley's out, of course, the guy who
shot Reagan and James
Reagan.
Brady.
And he was doing that to impress Jodie Foster, right? Mm-hmm. Well, he's out of jail now because he went to a mental institution because he was found, unfit. And he got out. And by the way, the New York Post sensitively put up the headline, John Hinckley Jr. spotted after being released from Looney Bin, which I don't think is the actual name of the facility he was being held at. But of course, big crazy fat John Hinckley Jr., where's the first, and by the way, look at that face.
Oh, no.
No. Look at the face of John Hinckley Jr., and you tell me he's not every bit as crazy as he was when he went in.
He's nuts.
He is completely nuts, and the first thing he did was pop into Subway. Look at how stretched out his neck of his T-shirt is.
Yeah. He's just a big fat frump. Oh. Wait, that's not, oh.
These pictures keep getting confused.
Yeah, you keep clicking a picture that came from in studio here.
Yep. John Hinckley Jr. is a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Subway though. That's got to be fucking
another ringing endorsement.
Furious, yeah. Why did fucking deranged human beings love our sandwiches so much?
Because they're in and out quickly. They're pre-made.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
He's not the only one who likes sandwiches.
Yeah. No, he's not. Other people do. They put weight on you. Because they're very bready.
I thought Subway was all about eating fresh. I thought, Jared Fogle lost all his weight from eating Subway, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not.
Put a lot of weight on with it. People who eat sandwiches tend to pack a few on.
You think so?
Yep.
That would happen. You think that's what happened to John Hinckley Jr., you're saying?
Yep. Eating sandwiches. Fattening up. Yep. Oh, boy.
Look at him. He's got a nice large pop that he's leaving with. Nice large
It's not a diet soda either.
You don't think so?
No.
That is a regular beverage. How does John Hinckley Jr. How does he do anything?
James Brady dies from those eventually, and Fat Boy gets to go out and get himself a Subway sandwich.
Someone in the studio asked if you thought that he went into Subway, because they got a fountain.
Sure.
And if he went a little into the lemonade, a little into the iced tea.
Somebody's asking that?
Somebody wrote a note asking if that's what they thought.
Why would you do that?
John Hinckley Jr. got it. Just a sweet treat for people.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, no. They call it an Arnold Palmer.
Oh, I've heard of those.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh. So John Hinckley Jr., yes, is getting to enjoy himself a nice Subway sandwich. If I were him or the people around him, I would probably do everything I could to keep in the house.
I think he's trying to, but there's just no way. They're going to follow him everywhere. I hope they haunt this fucking fat douche.
They will. Look at that fucking face. How could you let him out of a mental institution? He's ready to kill again.
He looks nuts.
He does look nuts. You think he found out that Jodie Foster came out, was a lesbian?
Yeah, it probably bums him out. He's so angry.
Fuck! He killed for no reason. Or, yeah, he killed for no reason. Look at that. He's got his Williamsburg, Virginia hat on. And those eyes just darting off into two different directions.
Shirt collar's way too wide.
Oh, yeah. It's all stretched out over that big noggin of his.
Yeah, giant fat head.
Yeah.
Big neck.
I bet those photographers are keeping a nice, healthy distance from him. I bet that shot was taken with a hefty zoom lens.
Telephoto lens, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're all petrified of him. I would be, too. Oh, my God.
How is he out?
I don't know. You would think, really, if somebody goes away, because I guess, who goes to jail? They say jail is supposed to treat you, cure you, whatever, but not really. Jail is supposed to be a punishment. You're supposed to, you go to jail so you don't go to jail again, right?
Yeah.
So, if you get found insane, and you end up going into a mental institution instead of jail, once they decide that you're cool, you're sane, you should then have to go to jail and live out the rest of what your sentence would have been.
Absolutely. Especially when you do that.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a punishment. You're not, in that case, everybody should. Look at this. He's just walking around.
He's dating a woman he met.
Oh, good. If anybody's entitled to live a happy life, well, he's paid his debt to society.
He pulled out a gun and shot the president and hit him.
Yeah. He should never be out. Never. But he is. He's chilling now. Walking around, just living his big fat life.
Yep, living his big fat life.
He does. You think that what do you get, a foot long there? Might be a couple sandwiches.
That looks like, no, it's the way it's a fat man whose sandwich is rolled. It's almost like it's bent. His sandwich, you see how his sandwich is all bent up?
I do. There's two ends to it, and they're both at the same spot.
Yeah.
So you think he bent up his sandwich?
He just grabbed it and ran out, and the photographer came, and he's just trying to get into his fat man car.
He is.
Get in the car, fat boy.
And by the way, that's just lunch. There's going to be a snack, and then there's going to be a big dinner.
Bag of chips.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They said, you want chips and
Fat?
cookies? He's like, fuck yes, I do.
Yeah, I'd like both.
Yeah.
Chips or cookies, both.
Both, please. And what, a medium drink? I better make it a large.
Yeah, it's a long ride home.
Better make it a large. Although, look how skinny his fingers are. Look at his arms. He's got big fat arms, and then they kind of go diagonally down into these tiny little hands with skinny fingers.
Yeah, he's got little waif like.
He does. Look at the way he's got a big fat torso.
Boy, fresh is what we do, front and centered. Is that the gun hand or is that another hand? He's got a Subway in his gun hand.
I would love to know, yeah. Because he's literally, it's like it's an advertisement.
Yeah.
You think he's going to get a free Subway card for that free advertisement?
I hope so.
He should, right?
I think he should.
Get that Happy Gilmore gold card where you can get free Subway for life now.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah. My God, I would do anything in my power to keep him out of my establishment. Can you refuse service to people? Is that illegal?
No, it's illegal, I think.
Is it?
Well, they say they have the right to refuse service, but I think it can't be based on race or
if you shot the president.
I think, I don't know if that's covered. If you shot the president and paralyzed and eventually killed another guy, I do think that they can refuse your service.
I think that should be fine. Like somebody like Jodie Foster, I would think would be fucked up by this news. Even though maybe he's moved on, maybe he's not even thinking like that anymore,
Sure.
Maybe he's cured, maybe whatever. But just the fact that it happened, I would always be, if I'm her, I'm realizing that that he's walking around free again. And it bothers me,
This guy's a stalker piece of shit.
Yeah.
And she got on with her life, and Reagan luckily lived, and he's out of jail. We're just stupid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Especially for all the people that are in jail for way long. There are people in jail for life because of, 3 strike laws for drugs.
Yeah.
For
That's
fucking
it,
drug
exactly,
charges.
for smoking pot.
Yeah. So stupid. Let's go to Andrew in Indiana. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Hey, there's 2 things. The first thing is, do you remember the story roughly about 8 years ago, the Greyhound guy that decapitated a guy?
Yes, I do.
In Canada, right?
Yes, he's...
Yeah. And do you remember that he got released?
In 5 years, yeah.
I mean, how crazy is that? And then
Did he get released? I didn't hear that.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah.
Halfway house, I think. Yeah, it's terrible. It's really, really ridiculous.
Because they decided he was crazy, and now he's not crazy anymore?
He's back on his meds. Canada's even dumber than we are, and that's saying a lot.
Oh, he's back on his meds. Oh, no problem. Because crazy people never stop taking their meds. Once they're back on, we're good to go.
Yeah, cut the guy's head off.
Yeah.
On a bus.
And he takes a bus from the halfway house to his place. And then the other thing I want to say, as far as Hinckley was concerned, I'm surprised you guys didn't put this together, was the fact that, who's the spokesman for Subway now? It's Michael Phelps. He's just showing his Olympic pride with eating Subway.
You think so? That David Hinckley is just supporting American athletes?
Just supporting Michael Phelps and Subway.
I didn't even know Michael Phelps was. At this point, I have to tell you, if I'm an athlete, Subway's got to offer me a lot of money to be a Subway spokesperson.
Bravocado? Oh, it's fucking awful.
What do you think is worse? The John Hinckley and Jared Fogle endorsements or the word bravocado?
Michael Phelps is a great American athlete, but his face looks goofy.
He does.
He's goofy looking.
He is. Big ears. Let me go to Rick in Williamsburg, too. Rick, you're on the Jam with
Morning
Jim.
Jocularity.
Oh, morning. Oh, no, pre-noon Jocularity.
Yeah. Ricky!
Yeah, John Hinckley lives in my neighborhood in Williamsburg. It's called Kings Mill.
He's in New York? I thought he was in Virginia.
No, in Williamsburg, Virginia. That's why he was wearing that hat.
Okay.
He wears a hat from his hometown.
I got crazy.
What do you think?
Hold on, Travis is laughing in there.
You're just a sweet boy.
I made a mistake. I wanted to meet him.
You think?
Is that the first thing you thought?
Yes, it is.
You got a photo?
Yes.
You think
I'm a piece of shit?
He got out of the cuckoo bin? And he was like, "What's the coolest town in America? I want to go hang out. I want to go hang out with the hipsters."
They'd love him.
Yeah,
he shot Reagan, man.
I get what you were saying.
Yeah, you were right. He was evil.
Yeah. Where's the good music these days? I want to hear where the new music is. Oh, you got to go to Williamsburg. You got to move to Brooklyn. Just wearing tight flannels.
Yeah, grows a beard.
Go on, Rick.
Well, anyways, yeah, the neighborhood is a gated community, and they have a newsletter. And in the newsletter,
wait, he lives in a gated community?
Yeah, he lives in a gated community with his mom.
Oh,
it's a very prestigious. It has like 3 golf courses on it. But anyways, in the newsletter, they have a section just about him, talking about him, what updates on what he's been doing.
Oh, good. Now, is that like to warn people? Is that to give everybody a heads up, or is that just like, we have a celebrity in the neighborhood?
I think it's more to warn people.
I would hope so. So they just follow him around and be like, look, this is where that psychopath is today. That's where he was yesterday. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
News coming over the radio. Fat boys having a Coke. Fat boys having a Coke.
Yeah. Well, don't leave your children around vending machines in the neighborhood. He tends to frequent them.
He really, I just hope the rest of his life is miserable. I think, he's just a cocksucker.
Yeah.
Obviously not. He's getting Subway.
That is true.
Yeah, I had a good lunch. Eat fresh.
Just pictured him with a gun to his own head. He was just a fat fucking kook.
Yeah.
Selfish kook.
Yeah, and they won't even let out David Berkowitz. They'll let this guy out.
Exactly. Well, Manson's still in jail. Manson didn't kill anybody.
That's what he's at. That's his thing. He's innocent. He's innocent, although he convinced all those people to kill everybody. Wasn't one of the Manson girls just up recently and went right back to jail?
I don't know. Didn't want
Yeah, she was up for parole, and I think she got denied.
Which one was it?
Either Lynette or Squeaky Fromm?
I think it was Lynette. I think Squeaky's out.
Oh,
Squeaky got out, I think.
I think it was Lynette.
But they're keeping Charlie.
I mean, Charles Manson has said he'll kill people if he gets out. Like, they're in no rush to let him out.
Oh, Leslie Van Houten. Sorry, Lynette is Squeaky.
Yeah.
19 denials. She's a step closer to being free. A parole panel recommended a release. How the fuck are you getting out after you take part in a massacre?
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
They slaughtered a house full of people, including a pregnant woman. It doesn't matter if they were like, well, it was the 60s.
Oh, wait. Oh, this July 23rd, the California's governor denied her parole.
Yeah, yeah.
So what happens? The parole board recommends it?
Yeah, but they can only recommend.
And the governor can deny it?
The governor denied it, yeah.
Good. Fuck her.
Yeah.
She should die in jail.
All of them should.
All should die in jail.
How did Squeaky get out? Squeaky was there.
I think, wasn't she dying? And it was kind of like...
Too bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't recall.
Then stop feeding her. If she's dying, just let it go. Just let her die in the
Lynette
cell.
Fromm, Squeaky Fromm.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, you're right. It's not nice. And if anybody deserves niceness,
she attempted the
Squeaky
assassination
Fromm.
of Gerald Ford.
Oh,
got life. So this is is she out now?
Squeaky. Look up Squeaky Fromm.
Or she's still in jail.
It says she was released in August 2009. So she's just a 67-year-old woman living in Santa Monica.
After serving 34 years.
Just enjoying her time. Good for her.
Did she take a shot at Gerald Ford?
I don't know. I don't know if she actually took a shot or if she just had a plan to. But she was part of the La Bianca Tate murders.
What did she do in those, though? She was out to shoot Gerald Ford, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if she took part in the murders.
I think she was at least on the ride. On the morning of September 5th, went from Capitol Park, reportedly to
There was no cartridge in the chamber. The magazine was low with 4 rounds. She pointed it at Ford. She didn't pull the trigger, I guess, or she did. Wait. The gun didn't go off, she managed to say.
All right, well, whatever. Go to jail. Just stay in jail. Stop worrying about getting people out of... Leave the people that you know. People saw them. We know they did the crime. Let's not have a conversation about it. Just tell them how long they're in jail for, and then leave them in jail. There's all these things that people can get out of jail for. If, you realize, the evidence was a little shady, and we're not sure, and maybe we should re-examine things, then that's fine. But if we know for sure that the person's definitely guilty, just leave them in jail. Who needs parole? Just leave them in there.
Yep. All of them should just die in jail.
Right. It should be just as simple. It doesn't matter if you're crazy or not. If you're a person who kills people, then you got to go to jail and then just stay there because you won't kill people on the outside of jail. That's it. Right?
Yeah.
Seems simple to me.
I don't know what's happening.
I know you don't. It's just, it's a cold and complicated world.
The whole world is just a nutty place. I want to fuck Manson's new wife, though. Ooh,
Oh, my
skinny
gosh.
fucking whack job. She's
She is-
sexy as shit.
I don't think they ended up getting married.
No, maybe not.
They wouldn't let him?
No, he didn't want to, I think. I'm sure he
Yeah,
did.
I think he kind of.
He thought she was using him.
Yes.
She's just as crazy as the day is long. Look at those eyes.
Oh, she's as nutty as they come.
Oh, yeah. Look at those. Big old pupils all the time.
Wait, what's it say here? Manson's fiance finally pregnant? Wait, how old is that?
In vitro fertilization. Well,
I don't know.
is it real? It's coming from the Tapinfo Post.
Yeah, I was just looking for
There's a lot of advertisements. It looks like one of those articles that you click on Facebook. I don't know. I read on Facebook that it's not true. It's an advertisement.
Is she pregnant or no?
No.
I heard. All right.
I think we'd find it from more reliable sources than the Tapinfo Post.
She's very sexy, though. I'd give her a smooch.
You would?
Fuck yeah.
Would you let her in your apartment?
Yep.
Would you bring her into your life?
Oh, God, yeah.
You'd trust her with everything, right?
Yeah.
You'd be like De Niro trusting Susan Sarandon with everything in Casino.
Absolutely.
Giving her the key to the safe deposit box and everything.
Yeah, I'm one of these days I may need you. Just my life may depend on it.
Yeah, and she's just
Buying
paying
jewelry.
her pimp. Yeah.
Yeah. Lester's fucking her with that money.
Poor Bobby. Andrew in New Jersey.
Hey, guys.
Hey!
Do you think Sean Hinckley stopped being crazy when he found out Jodie Foster was a lesbian and he never had a shot?
Yeah, that's probably embarrassing. He's like, oh, why didn't you say something?
Yeah, it cured him. You know she's a lesbian, right? She is? Oh, that was the only reason I was doing any of this. Yeah, everything's fine. Hey, do we have a Subway in this mental asylum? Because I could use a sandwich.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Do we have anything like that around here? I love that people can gain that much weight in jail.
Yeah, fatten up.
Yeah.
Brendan Dassey.
Brandon Dassey really put the weight on. His metabolism just slowed right down.
So are they getting married or is it no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, even he knows when he's being catfished.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Let's go to Greg in Texas. You're on this show.
Hey, how you doing,
Greg.
fellas?
Hi, Greg.
Hey, I just, and I can't tell you what state it was in.
Why not? Is it a secret?
Yeah. Well, there's a story about a man who kills when he sleeps, when he sleepwalks. He got up in the middle of the night, drove to his wife's parents' house, caved their heads in with a tire iron, went back home and went to bed. And they found him not guilty because he was sleepwalking. He didn't know what he was doing. Now, he has a proclivity to murder people in his sleep, and they cut him loose.
Well, it is a proven fact that it is very dangerous to wake up sleepwalkers. I've known there were a couple of older men that actually lived with their parents, that their parents woke them up, and they just started beating the shit out of them. So... so it's not good, but yeah.
Wouldn't you chain people up like that?
If you sleepwalk.
He was smothering his child?
Yeah, if you sleepwalk and kill people in your sleep, I would say put him in jail.
Wait, did he drive someone in with a tire on? This Joseph Mitchell.
This could be another one.
Oh, this is a different one. He claimed he was sleepwalking when he smothered his 4-year-old son and attacked 2 other children in September 2010.
That can happen.
That's different than driving. He walks into another room.
But he was sleeping. It was a dream.
But if someone has proclivity to murder people in their sleep, shouldn't they be restrained anytime they sleep?
Yeah, of course.
Not if they need a sandwich.
That's true. Or if you have to tinkle.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Put bells on their wrists. Tinkle-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Look, you can't hold people responsible for what they do in their sleep, and if you kill kids, you kill kids. It is what it is, but that's...
Well, you do other things.
I
was sleepwalking.
It was noon.
I was sleepwalking. I wandered in there. I didn't know what was happening. I thought it was a push-up contest.
It's the middle of the day. You can't.
Yeah, I thought it was a push-up contest.
It wasn't.
I was like, hey, I do push-ups, and all of a sudden I'm being gripped with a snug, hairless fist. Feels like a little fist gripping me.
Is that what it feels like?
Yeah. I didn't know the crying. I thought it was the TV. I got into a push-up contest.
I don't want to hear any more about it.
Got crib bar marks on my leg. Doing push-ups.
Scott in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say I got banned from my hometown Subway because I made a joke.
You're talking loud. Talk quiet.
Okay, and I said, well, the guy asked me, what do you want, 6 or 12? I said, what do you think Jared's taking in prison, 6 or 12 inch today?
I didn't hear what you said, dude. Your phone stinks.
It's never actually happened when the phone actually stinks.
No, I hope that was actually a self-inflicted gunshot.
Oh.
Oh, you think, I like at the end he goes, today. Do you think he's taking 6 or 12-inch? Today.
Yeah, he didn't make that joke in a subway. No. That's a made-up story.
A bad joke.
I feel very silly.
Yeah,
I made a
terrible.
I made a mistake.
Certainly did.
Let me go to John in Denver. He's going to correct me.
Oh, good.
John.
Oh, hey guys.
Johnny boy, welcome aboard.
Jim.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks, sir.
Welcome aboard the laughter boat. The laughter boat.
You like that?
That's the name of today's show.
Uncle Paul derailed my train of thought. I apologize, but it wasn't Susan Sarandon, Sam. It was Sharon Stone.
I said Susan Sarandon.
In what? Oh, I didn't even catch it, to be honest. I know what you meant. I didn't
Sharon
catch it.
Stone. I love that. Thank you,
Ryan
John.
Kurtz, were you sleepwalking when you went face first into Sammy's underpants? Yes,
Why would
I
you
was.
ask that question?
He was right. I was babysitting over at the Roberts house. The mother and father were out. They were out buying sardines.
Why would they ask you?
And I was babysitting, and I was sleepwalking. I went in there, I took your little shorts off.
Who shops for sardines at night?
Got my fingers in there. Mr. Hoggis, can we leave with you for the weekend? Sure.
They didn't ask that.
Yes, they did.
You weren't a friendly neighbor.
Your little feet were kicking back and like that, like you was swimming in your bed.
This really feels violating.
Whenever I would do push-ups on you, your little feet would kick like you were swimming.
It feels like, I don't know, it didn't happen, but it feels real.
Yeah. Oh. Not used to that.
Speaking of Michael Phelps being the guy from Subway, you know?
Yes.
How about you? First of all, we were just talking about Michael Phelps the other day. He won another gold medal.
He brought the team back, too. They were losing that relay, and he came back and got them ahead.
I'm sick of Michael Phelps.
I know, but he is good with his big, dumb, goofy face.
He is, but number one, there's way too many, medals in swimming. I still think that.
Yeah.
You don't need a medal for every single stroke. How about just whoever could swim the fastest, free swim, whatever stroke you want to swim with, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't need a breaststroke and a backstroke and
Fucking titty swimming, we used to call it.
No, you didn't. First of all, there was no we because you had no friends.
Doing titty swimming.
No,
what are you doing? Some titty swimming in there?
You just made that up just now. You just thought of it. You had no memory of it.
For what?
But his teammate,
yes,
the Ryan Lochte, the silver-haired devil now since he's been in Rio. You see, he bleached his hair.
Oh, I didn't even know it was that. He looks like Richard Gere.
He got robbed at gunpoint in Rio.
I know him and a couple of the guys.
Man, you would think. So, yeah, him and a couple people, and it didn't say what they were doing or where they were going. Because I'm very curious. You know, we did that story last week about the U.S. basketball team that ended up going to that brothel.
Sure.
And said they thought it was just a spa.
Yeah.
I am very curious about how many of the Olympic people are involved in naughty activities while they're in Brazil.
Well, we didn't even talk about that fucking article, that disgusting article that guy did.
Which one?
That fucking, whatever is, Nico something, Nico Hines, I think his name is.
Oh my God, yeah, we were going to talk about that on Thursday night.
Did we talk about it or no?
No, we teased that we were going to, we never did.
The guy in Rio who was, that terrible, he was sent home.
Yeah, he did it for Daily Beast. And the article was basically supposed to be this insider look into the world of online dating and using Tinder and apps like that in the Olympic Village.
Right.
But what he did was he talked about how popular all the different apps were, including Grindr and stuff. And then he started mentioning how many people from each team and blah, blah, blah. And he gave out all this information.
Wasn't it just on Grindr that he was doing it?
No. I think he was doing it across the board.
Was he? I don't know about that.
I don't think the whole article was about Grindr. I think it was about, or at least, the Daily Beast said it was about.
They took down the article.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they edited it severely before they took it down. I think it was across the board, but there was definitely a big part about Grindr.
He provided height, weight, and country of the origin of athletes he met on Grindr.
Right. That was one of the parts of the deal. And he outed people. He outed a whole bunch of athletes.
Not by name, but by that. He was dating gay athletes, basically.
And he gave enough information that a lot of people were outed, and some of the people were from countries where you can't be gay.
It wouldn't have been a problem to me if he had done the article and said, like, I went across Tinder, Bumble, Grindr, and this. And there was a total of X amount of athletes, 7 from Grindr, 6 from this, and 5. But to start narrowing it down.
Right. Where you can clearly figure out who's who, because that's what people did.
That was the problem.
They figured out who was who, and a whole bunch of people were outed from it. And you know, people got furious, and they should, and they ended up, first they had to edit the article, but you would think that somebody at the Daily Beast would be like, I can see already. Because people picked up on it immediately. Before anybody was even really outed, people read the article and they were like, what the fuck? You could tell who's who in this.
Right.
And immediately got pissed off that it was out. And it's always weird to me that there's not an editor or somebody. Maybe if you wrote the thing, you could be a little bit blind to it. But it's always weird to me that there's not an editor that doesn't read it and say, like, dude, this implies something so directly. Like, you can't, this is terrible. You can't do this. People are going to be pissed about that, whatever it is.
But it's funny, is he writing about it? Like, this is what, and I tweeted something about this, like, now you're the story.
Right.
So are you still writing about it? Like, where's all your reporter instincts?
Right.
Where's the big reporter getting the scoop?
Yeah, why don't you get the scoop on what you did?
And on the outcry, and sometimes outcry is bullshit, most times outrage is garbage.
Right.
But if you're putting people in danger for some clickbait dog shit story, I think it's fair for people to be annoyed at you.
Yeah, it is. The danger, the newsworthiness of it is nothing. Like, it's just a curiosity. Like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder, you know, if the Olympians are fucking. But the danger that it's putting people in and the effect that it has on people's personal lives is crazy. Crazy.
The Daily Beast pulled him.
Yeah.
And they said, here's it is, Hines, who's straight and married, used the cruising app Grindr to lure and identify gay athletes competing in the game. It was just shitty.
Mm-hmm.
It's just shitty because you are putting people in danger. It's not about being politically correct. You know, it's almost like someone I heard describe it. I was reading something about someone's like looking at gay people like they're in a fucking zoo.
Right. Right. Right.
And maybe he was telling them he was a reporter if they asked.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't saying I'm a reporter doing this.
Right, to go deep undercover into the world of gay. It's like, what is that? It's just dudes dating dudes or whatever.
Yeah, if you do, again, I don't understand who gives a fuck, really. Again, in their countries, that's really dangerous. But look at it, he looks like a douche.
He does.
But how does he have no tweets since then? Like, how are you're a reporter and that's what your job is, and where's your articles?
Well, now he wants privacy.
Oh.
He wants it, hopefully it will just go away. He's not going to say anything. And, you know, he shouldn't be affected by it. He's just reporting a story.
Oh, see, there's that Grindr influence, debating the rowdy crowds. I'll go back, with lots of local people, the BBC World Service. See, that's probably right from Grindr.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
He's joshing.
I don't think it's British.
Oh,
British
broadcast center,
company.
Whatever company.
Yeah. Yeah,
I see. That was something I got that mixed up with.
No. It's a broadcasting system in Europe, in England. You know, it's not the BBC. Your instincts go to.
I understand.
Yeah, but Ryan Lochte. Again,
the door.
No, not the door. Ryan Lochte and his teammates got held up at gunpoint in Rio.
So they were coming from a party.
Yeah.
Great party, isn't it?
And I'm sure, I would assume that they're not doing the safest things. They're probably like some local was like, oh, there's this fucking thing going on over here. And they go, like, if I was in the Olympics, I would be petrified.
So would everyone. Watching you in the Olympics. Doing what? What would you do in the Olympics?
No, I'm not. That's not the point.
Oh.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably run track and field or something.
You
That's
wouldn't.
not the point. I got long limbs. I could run. But that's not the point.
The frail-legged boy egg push. Your little frail legs.
Yeah, but you could run with Frank. It's not a lot of weight to carry along. That's a different picture, Paul.
Do you like that picture?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I'll do.
Yes, I do. Yeah, but I would just stay, because, like, all you've heard leading up to these Olympics is how Rio is not ready for them,
right,
and how dangerous Rio is.
And they weren't.
So you would think that you would just stay in the Olympic Village as long as humanly possible.
Yep.
But they got to go out. They got to party a little bit. And they got held up at gunpoint by people pretending to be police officers.
That's scary, because I got pulled over when we were in Rio. I got pulled over by cops. And you're at their mercy. I mean, it was a pretty public area. So, I think we were not as...
As what?
As vulnerable. But it says, like, thieves are targeting people.
Or targeting tourists.
Yeah.
At the
a lot of them are kids, and they're just running away.
Yeah. Yeah, but so what'd you get pulled over for? Anything, or just it was just a routine deal?
It was just a probably traffic violation.
Mm-hmm.
Now people are just grabbing shit, and these guys they're looking out for these little kids in Rio, and you have to. They want to walk up and snatch shit. You can tell when they're walking behind you.
This guy takes his wallet out of his pocket and is holding it in his hands.
Smart. Because he can sense that this kid is doing something.
But the kid is still following him.
Yeah, the kids are very aggressive.
Yeah.
They're very, very aggressive.
He took his wallet right out of his hand.
And the guy's like, hey!
Hey, give me that back!
And this kid just went to jump up outside a bus.
That's
but they
so
all start
funny.
following you.
That's so funny that a guy takes his wallet out of his pocket. And look, they're like just pulling chains off people's necks.
Yep, and these poor fucking guys don't know where they are.
Yeah, they're too scared to like turn around and beat the shit out of them.
Well, you can't because there's 8 of them. But these guys are so stupid. We were warned before we went, you don't wear your chains.
Right.
You're in a third world, poverty-stricken country. That guy just went over and took it from him.
There's literally...
Give me it. He said, give me see. Go back right there. Looks like a guy just walks over and takes it from a woman.
We're watching a montage of all the tourists getting robbed by the locals in Brazil. There's literally footage.
He just took it from this girl.
He just
give me it.
Give me it. I'm walking away. And the girl's just like, all right, I lost it. That's what's so amazing is a lot of these people, when they get robbed, they just go, okay, I lost it, and there's nothing else to do.
And this guy is trying to fight this fucking guy off who's just snatching his thing.
He's just trying to...
the guy just takes it and runs. Like, they're just grabbing shit and running, basically, off bikes. And for them, it's like a fight. You know what it reminds you of? That game in the carnival where you try to guide the hand and grab shit?
Right, and pull it out of the top. Yeah.
And out the bus windows.
My God. Yeah. I mean, there's footage of like a Brazilian news reporter talking about all the stealing going on in Brazil and having some guy run up and steal her chain off her neck as she's doing the reporting. Like, this is a reputation that's known. It's weird that people would walk around with any sort of visible jewelry.
Yeah, they're really stupid.
And you would think that they would know. But maybe they're egotistically foreign.
I don't think so. I mean, they just really you expect the better nature of people when you travel. But again, you're in a third world fucking country.
Yeah.
They're poor. There's abject poverty in Brazil. Like, when you go to Brazil, there's wild horses, like tin roofs.
Yeah.
These are people who have nothing.
Right.
So it's easy to say, like, they're a bunch of thieves. But it's like, they really are broke.
Right.
And when you have nothing, why do you think there's such beautiful prostitutes there?
Because there's nothing else for them to do.
That was another reason I never went back. Like, I went with my friends, and I didn't even like, and I know this sounds crazy, we went to the brothels.
Yeah. You went to the same brothel the Team USA was at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was more about hanging with your friends and but it didn't feel fun necessarily, like, because for me, what turns me on in sex is not necessarily just putting my dick in somebody, it's the talking, it's the whole... This person's dirty, and it just felt like you were just paying to put your dick in someone. It felt creepy.
That's where you and I are different. I love putting my dick in.
Yeah, no, I do like it.
I like that.
But it didn't, after we went the third time, and it was like the camaraderie was kind of done, like, I was like, I don't like going to a poor country and doing this shit. It just didn't feel right.
Because it feels like they need it too badly.
Yeah, it felt like
they don't want to be doing this, but they have to.
It felt like if that's what all these beautiful girls have to do, and it's so understood that this is what they're going to do, it just felt really predatory and shitty. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I just didn't want to go back. It felt dangerous, too.
Yeah.
But even beyond the danger, I just didn't like it.
Well, it's also, it's one thing to rob an Olympic athlete at gunpoint. But to take somebody like Ryan Lochte is a famous American Olympic athlete.
They might not know him. They just saw a guy.
Yeah, I guess. It's possible. It could be coincidence, but...
Lochte was at a gas station. Now athletes are banned from the beach at night because of the holdup.
Now?
He was at he probably ran into a gas station for something.
Just wanted some fucking combos or something?
From what I read, the cab that he was in stopped to get gas.
Well, that's a setup then.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's a setup. That's an absolute setup between either A, real cops, or B, guys in cop uniforms. I'm going to stop here. Here's the signal. We stop here for gas with these guys in the car. Will you rob us? That's an absolute setup.
Did you hear Ryan Lochte?
The door?
No. Did you hear that he was trying to be like he had his American pride, and when the cop came, they were like, "Get on the ground," and he went, "No, I did nothing wrong," thinking that like, "Oh, okay," and the cop or the fake cop, whoever it was, the robber, literally put his gun to his head. That's what the report is.
Did he go on his? Did he get down then?
I think he got down. Yeah. Then he started. He started complying.
His quote was "whatever."
Whatever, bro. And then he got down.
That's a really dumb arrogance, though, because if they're not cops, if they're just guys from the favela with police uniforms,
exactly,
you are a dumb motherfucker.
And by the way, if they are cops,
the cops are probably less likely to shoot an American in the head for no reason. They'll rob you or they'll make you get money, but I think the cops are less likely just to pull the trigger for because they're not total idiots. They know that that's a big problem.
But these dudes from the favela, they're run back into the favelas.
They're running right back in.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Totally anonymous, and they just shot the fucking dude.
Whose Instagram is this?
Ryan Lochte.
Door.
Ryan, you just wanted to get another one in, Chip. Yeah, so at first, I don't know if they were trying to cover this up to make it seem like it was better than it was, but at first the Olympics were like, this didn't happen, there was no robbery, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then they were like, okay, it did happen, and Ryan put out a statement that said all that counts is that we're all safe and sound. So they are admitting that it did happen.
Of course, I look forward to getting home.
I bet he is.
Yeah, but I bet you that they worked out something like, look, dude, this is going to hurt us a lot if we talk.
Right, let's put out a statement, say you're glad you're safe, and move past it.
It's very scary. But again, most times, I think with these, the one advantage to being in Rio is that they're such experienced thieves. Most times, they can probably just get your shit and get out of there quickly without killing you. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I think most of it is just grab and runs or quick robberies.
That's what you want. If you're going to get robbed,
just go.
Yes.
A guy who knows what he's doing, who doesn't want to kill you, he just wants the fucking money, and he goes and robs somebody else.
Absolutely.
But it's the guys who resist and they hold on to their thing. But where was that from, that statement?
I think it was from his Instagram account.
Hold on, turn my mic off.
Okay, it's good. It's off.
Say his name, say Ryan Lochte, and I'll fucking say door, and you watch the fucking feedback come in.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Hey, is that Ryan Lochte's Instagram?
Yes. Yes, it is, Chip.
Door.
What? You fucked it up. Let's go to Wayne in Alabama. Wayne, you're on pre-noon kibitzing.
Ooh,
no, it's the
Wayne and Bran muffins.
Oh, what an honor.
Yeah, right.
Please send Eric Dassey my congratulatory on his new release. He's going to be getting things.
Your congratulatory what? You meant to say congratulations.
But he said Eric Dassey.
Yeah, it's not, Eric I didn't catch that. I apologize, sir. Oh, Eric Dassey. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I hope that.
Oh, no.
No. What's confusing about this is, Phelps hired his own security team because, he's one of the higher profile ones. But at the same time, he offered to pay for almost the whole swim team to be looked after and to have someone do it. And Lochte and the other, I forget the other guy's name, the party guy, said that they weren't going to be pussies or they weren't going to do that. So
maybe they want to go out and do things.
So he's trying to play it down.
Maybe they want to go out there and do things that are not under such intense scrutiny.
Yeah, they probably wanted to party a little bit.
Michael Phelps must be rich if he's going to. But then again, you don't need a whole lot. But he probably got.
You think Michael Phelps might be rich? Is that the statement that you're going to make right here? That bold, analytical
that was a dumb statement.
It was.
Yeah, it was a dumb statement.
It was stupid. Yeah. I'm almost, You know, now that I think about it, you're right.
$55 million. Okay.
I do wonder if Michael Phelps can afford to pay for security. I guess if he was offering.
Well, yeah, because his family was going to be down there, and I his dad and all his fiance and kids and stuff. But
well, they have security. You can hire armed security that they're like Brazilian national cops. I mean, no one is uncorruptible, but I think these guys that have reputations for security, that's what they do,
right?
And that's where their money comes from. So these are guys like the guy that took us to the airport had 2 guns on him. So
wow,
we could have been set up and robbed, but this guy was an experienced security guy, and he knew what he was doing.
I just wish the guy who brought you to the airport had told you that they pay people to be the spokesperson for a national brand. Like Subway. Like you make a lot of money doing that.
Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that he had gotten paid yet. I thought he just started that.
Oh, like the check hadn't come in.
Yeah, I didn't know the check cleared yet. I thought it was brand new.
Yeah, no, you're okay. I see where the confusion was. That's fair. That's fair. Thank you, Wayne.
Free Eric Dassey.
I'll talk to you later. Oh, I guess we should take another break.
Yeah, I got a tinkle.
You do?
Yeah. I'm going to Buffalo.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going up there to Buffalo.
What's Buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Going up there the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. Doing shows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What kind of a show are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Buffalo, New York.
Did they tell you that?
No.
They didn't tell you that?
I don't know.
Okay.
We can't get out of it.
I know. It's because there's no beginning or end. It's just...
Trap Dog!
Budging around with friends.
It's Rob Zombie. In his White Zombie days.
I remember, here's what I know about White Zombie.
Yeah?
Many years ago, I want to say it was 94, I was doing a gig in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and that was when I watched the couple have sex next to me. They took me back. I used to wear a suit on Saturdays. That was my Saturday night outfits. I would wear a suit.
How long ago was it? By the way, you're listening to... Jam and Jocularity with Jim and Sam.
Yeah, Joshin' in the AM is a good name.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
that's incorrect.
We are Joshin'. Yeah, baby boy.
Just keep going with your story.
You don't miss him?
No. Josh Goodnaturedly?
JGN?
Never have thought. I don't even think about him.
So I did this Saturday night gig.
So you're at the club and there's a couple having sex next to you? I don't understand.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It was called the Italian Villa.
Uh-huh.
And you do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Mm-hmm. 1 show Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. So Saturday I would wear like a blazer and pants to get myself used to wearing suits when I had to. If I ever did TV, I would always wear a Saturday suit.
You know what? You were dressing for the job you wanted.
That's right, not the job I had. So I did the gig, and then afterwards I was talking to this couple, and they were staying at the hotel. And she was really sexy, and I wound up getting to watch them have sex, and she was sucking his cock. It was
you went up to their room with them.
Yeah. And I was jerking off. And anyway, he went out and got a White Zombie. He went out and got a White Zombie CD from the car. So she's laying on her stomach while we're waiting for him to come back from the car. She's looking at TV, and she's wearing satin underwear.
Uh-huh.
And I could see her fucking juicy ass.
Uh-huh.
And she just kept looking at me in the mirror. And I was on the other bed. And I'll always regret not getting up and just touching her ass. I've jerked off to that about 1,000 times.
You've thought about that a lot?
Yeah.
Were you jerking off while she was looking at you in the mirror?
No. I didn't know what to do because they hadn't really started fucking yet.
Uh-huh.
She was just in these really sexy panties. It's green satin panties.
Did he want to, fuck to White Zombie music?
Yeah, he wanted to get some music or whatever.
Uh-huh.
He couldn't get his dick hard because I was watching. He was smoking while she's sucking his dick. I'm like, what's he doing? Guy's a goose egg.
Speaking of your gigs, let's go to Michael, who's calling from...
A motorcycle.
No.
Hello.
He's calling from Australia.
Oh, hi, Michael. Yes.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Not much.
What's going on, buddy?
Not a lot. I can't believe I'm talking to the famous Opie, but especially Jim Norton as well.
Thank you. That's not Opie. That's Sam.
There you go. I don't even know. I'm a big fan of yours, Jim.
Thank you.
I have to say. I've been trying to call your advice show, but I can't work out how to get through.
Okay.
Australia. Yeah, I listen to that a lot.
Thank you.
It's very good. Great advice, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You're coming to play in Australia soon.
Yes, I am. I'm going to be in Melbourne, and I'm going to be in Sydney.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yes, one night each.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't believe you've even got anybody in Australia even knows who you are.
It's insulting.
No, he's not. I mean, again, I had specials on Netflix, and I've actually gotten more email from Australia than any other non-U.S. place.
Well, yeah, we do. We've got Netflix here, but we don't have Sirius.
No, but you download things illegally. Opie and Anthony's show had a lot of fans in Australia. And Keith Robinson went there for a gig years ago. And he's like, man, you got to get down there. He's like, because all the radio guys that we talk to are familiar with the Opie and Anthony show, and they asked about you. But Keith told me that years ago. So I've been wanting to go to Australia for a long time. I'm not expecting to sell out my gigs the first time. I'm just hoping there's a decent enough showing where the promoter would want to bring me back.
Well, I think probably just about every comic in Australia would be there, I think. But there's only about 100 of them, I think. But
that's more than enough, sir.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm going to try to be there myself. Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you. Which show? Sydney or Melbourne?
Melbourne. I'm in Adelaide, so Melbourne's quite close. Well, it's 1,000 kilometres away, but that's close for Australia.
Okay. All right, sir. We got to wrap up here. We're ending the show soon, but I appreciate your call very much. And come up and say hello if you come to one of the gigs. All right.
I hung up already.
Oh, I didn't mean to hang up.
He wasn't a great caller.
No, he was just a little slow.
He was quite slow and just not, he wasn't
plodding along.
Yeah, he really was. I want to watch this video that Paul had insisted on sending along.
Ooh, that's probably a good one.
Not that
You better
Paul.
close the curtains.
I meant the Paul from the show.
Just burped. It smells like sardine, Earl.
Oh.
I drink sardine, Earl. It makes me burp.
Why do you drink sardine oil?
Helps me make duty.
Oh, gross. It's disgusting.
They're all liquid.
Paul,
splashed the back of the seat. Oh, that's a good video.
That's a man.
Oh. He was in baby pose.
Paul said to me, I couldn't watch most of this.
Oh, come on. Stop it. Of course you could have.
You think so?
Yes.
It's
you
a
could
guy.
do this.
It's a guy, and he's bent over in a doctor's office.
He's on his side in baby pose.
Yeah, it's like in the fetal position, kind of. And he's gripping the backs of his knees, and you can see his sack between his legs.
Yeah. It looks like his body is sticking his tongue out.
Yeah. He was using a dildo up his ass.
Yeah.
And he got it stuck up there. And I have to tell you, I don't like almost any of the video, but the reveal is so good that I feel like it's an Aristocrats joke. Like,
ta-da!
Yeah.
There's a couple of things in here that's good. First of all, the doctor fishing around in his asshole is kind of fun.
I mean, the video's like 47 seconds long, and a good 37 seconds of that is the doctor fishing around in there.
Yeah.
I was convinced he wasn't going to be able to get anything out. You want to play it, Paul? Do you have any idea what the country of origin is?
No.
Definition? Country of origin? Spain.
He's fishing around in there. He's rooting around in this guy's asshole for a treat.
You think it's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a treat. You think it's for himself?
Yeah.
Like just to look around in there going, what can I find today? What kind of treasures will I unfold?
I bet you that the guy said, go on in there, there's something for you. And he's like, where is my present?
That sounds like a guy from Spain.
Yes, it does. I'm very good with the accent.
Where is my present?
Oh, now he's getting the fucking the pinchers. You hope he doesn't grab any asshole skin. There it is. Here it comes.
Look at that.
Popped out. And fairness, it's clean.
See, not only...
That guy really douched his asshole, as they call it. Before you get fucked, you douche
Is that
your
what they
asshole.
call it?
They do.
Not only is it clean, but there's like a real strong base.
Yeah.
Like there's a big base to the thing. Like I think the balls are on it or something.
Once the base came out, it went... And the whole thing slid right out.
Yeah.
But he's probably sitting on it and it slid up in there.
You think so?
That rascal.
He was just hopping and popping up and down on it.
Yeah.
And then it just whoop,
and he
slid right up
and
there.
I want to know how long did he fish around before it's like, oh my God. And he tried to shit it out and it wouldn't come.
He probably panicked.
Oh boy.
He's fucking digging up there. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I can't believe what the human body is capable of.
It's not even that big of a dildo, to be honest with you. No wonder the little fella got lost in it. Little rascal.
I thought the base was pretty wide.
It was, but I'm saying that it wasn't that long. Would you put this in your mouth for $10,000?
No. For $10,000?
Yeah.
Cash, tax free?
Yes. I'm pointing at my dick. It's not even that big of a dildo.
No, and it is clean.
It totally is. So the guy must have douched.
Yeah, you think so?
You didn't know guys said that?
I didn't know that anybody would say, like, that's what they phrase it as. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
As they say.
They do.
No,
There's no balls on that, you goose.
Look.
No, stop it. I'll show you a dildo. I have a picture of a dildo that I bought to put in a girl's pussy. It's a dildo, yeah.
You did?
Uh-huh. Big.
I just saw the base, I guess. I watched it once and went, ugh. And then I saw how wide the base was. And thought to myself, that is an impressive base. That's a lot to fit up there.
Yeah, it's about 7 inches. I mean, come on, if you can't keep that in your asshole. This guy just sucked it. His asshole just went, that guy's a pro.
It just sopped it right up.
Yeah.
It's like a Swiffer.
Yeah.
Just like everything just attracts right
yeah,
to
it's
it.
fucking, that dildo had no shot.
So his asshole is like one of those tubes at the bank that you put the thing in
That's
and it just
exactly,
vacuums
yeah.
it right up. There it goes. There goes my reports. Goodbye. Oh, the poor guy. I'm sure he panicked.
Oh,
when he
my
was at
God,
home.
yeah.
You think he's got bad hemorrhoids now?
No, I mean, because he's had this happened before. He probably walks in, hey, Doc, hey, Barry.
Oh, you just watch the plastic bend out and over. Travis, you ever have this happen to you?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
No. What are you saying? That you have a stronger base that can't get up in there?
Yeah, I don't go to a doctor.
How do you get it out? He probably has that dumb dog fucking... I bet you Travis ties the tail to the end of the dildo so that happens the dog can just run away and pull it out.
He always packs the base with peanut butter treats. So Dexter knows to go in and just fish it right out.
Yeah, with his fucking little dog nails.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Scraping your asshole skin.
You see, the problem is he would get his snout up there, but he's got that flat face.
Yeah, he can't do that.
I know. You should get a dachshund to be able to root right around there, grab it with his little teeth.
He's got a French bulldog. She's got to use those little French bulldog nails to just open it up.
Yeah. Yeah, Travis has to be on a liquid diet for a little while so his duties don't rip his asshole apart.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Is that true?
No.
Dumb dog.
It's not a dumb dog.
I had to like $6,000.
Now they can be, yeah.
Well, they're trying to make them extinct, right? Because they're terrible creatures.
No, that's not why.
They should. Not at all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a terrible thing to say.
Have you thought about euthanizing it?
No, never.
All right.
Why would you say that?
It sucks.
It's just a terrible thing to say.
Why?
Because it's just a mean thing to ask if you would want to euthanize your own dog.
That's a very cute one.
Yeah, they're adorable.
But they're cruel because they can't breathe. They're like me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed working with you so much that I thought...
They're always tired on the radio. Dumb French bulldogs. They're always tuckered out.
Yeah.
How you doing? Oh, I sleep good. Why?
What?
You just laugh when I say.
Nope. Not laughing at you, Chip.
P.O.G.
I don't even know what that means.
I do. Piece of garbage.
Yeah.
So you've never had in your sexual exploits an emergency like this?
What's that?
In your sexual...
No, I can't take anything in my ass. No, I've had girls try to strap on me. I have such a weak asshole. I can't take it.
All right, there was a gay kid in our high school that they said he got a little, pocket vibrator lost in his asshole.
I can see that.
Yeah, that was the first thing, and that was when we were in high school, though. So that was really.
Well, no one gave it to him, did they? No one gave him the business about it.
No, I mean, it was kind of funny.
Okay.
But it was before anybody had stuff, lost in their asshole.
Yeah, I mean, back then, in those days, it wasn't acceptable. Now it's just its old hat.
Exactly. Yeah.
What happened to you in the hospital? I got something lost in my asshole. They find it?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Wash it off, you move forward. Upward and onward.
I can't imagine messing around back there.
You a hairy asshole?
No, just because, the way that some of these people have the ability to just stretch it out and just shove things up there and everything, I can't imagine the amount of training that one must have to go through. Look at Ryan Dunn shoving, Matchbox cars and stuff way up his ass.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
You tried.
No, I've never tried anything like a Matchbox car.
No, I didn't think of
fingers.
I meant
I've had
like,
fingers. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I could take a middle finger maybe for a prostate rub if I've gotten jerked off.
Right.
Those felt good, but that's it. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah, well, you can't be good at everything.
No.
You've gotten to experience a lot of sexuality in your life.
Yes, I have.
So that's just the one thing that's not for you, maybe.
No, there's a bunch of things that aren't for me, but that's one that I just can't do.
Do you think you'll finally get there if you start getting bored of other stuff?
No, I'm glad I don't. That's all I need is to start craving stuff in my asshole.
Yeah,
I don't
really.
need that demon. I got enough problems. I'm fucking getting loads blown in my anus.
You're breaking jars in your sphincter.
I just can't.
Do you see that? Watch a guy shoving a jar up his ass and be like, at least I'm not there.
No, sure.
Like, at least I haven't gotten there.
Yeah. Did you ever see that video?
Yeah. It's really disturbing.
Yeah.
The guy breaks...
That's not fake either.
It didn't look fake. The guy puts a jar up his ass and breaks. Now, that will damage an anus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine putting your prick in there after.
What?
Rip your fucking prick up.
Because there's shards of glass in there?
Unless it was a fake one. A fake jar.
No, because you can see the blood.
Well, they could have had little blood packets up in there and shit.
What's it, fucking J.J. Abrams production?
Maybe.
You think so? J.J. just getting his friend to put a fake jar in his asshole?
I was thinking more, Sergio Leone.
Oh.
Spaghetti Western.
You think so?
Yeah. Shot in the asshole.
It's gross when you do that with your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Get used to that sound.
Why?
It's like a Jim Norton specialty.
All right, well, good.
I do it to be fun.
Then I'm glad that this was our one show and it's over now. Yeah, no, I couldn't be...
You don't like that?
No.
Travis?
Oh, it's a terrible noise.
It's awful. I couldn't be thinking of a better time to be leaving you. I will be on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Cool. What time should I get here?
No, you're good. Yeah, you're straight. But I will be here at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right, cool.
Not you.
Word them up.
Every night, Sam Roberts show at 9 p.m.
Word.
Jim's going to be in Buffalo, in Australia.
And seeing Sabbath.
That's not a plug.
It is so. For Sabbath. Wednesday night, I'm probably seeing them. Friday night, I'm probably seeing them.
Where at?
Jones the Beach, and I forget where else in the PNC.
That's right.
Maybe Tweeter Center.
It's very, very exciting. Well, listen, go see Jim.
Mind your beeswax.
Mind your beeswax.
Yeah, mind your beeswax.
And, Jim, you and Opie will be back next Monday, right?
Yeah. Nikon at Jones Beach is Wanta Susquehanna Bank Center.
It's not Nikon.
That's Camden. I wonder if the guys are going to be in Philly. Wait.
Nikon?
Oh, wait a minute.
That would be their Philly date.
That is so I'm saying I wonder if they're going to be staying in Philly. And then the August 21st is Bristow, Virginia, and then back up to Jersey. Oh, okay.
What are you, fucking Kate Hudson and Almost Famous, just following him around everywhere?
Yeah, I'm a groupie.
Yeah.
I'm a groupie.
You are?
I'm groupieing.
Oh, good. More Valley Jim.
Yeah.
I was just thinking the first segment wasn't nearly enough.
There's a lot of Valley Jim today.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Well, Valley Jim trolls.
People demanded it.
They did?
They demanded it.
Well, I'm glad they got it then.
Yeah.
We'll see you all later.
We got to think of a good ending for the show.
We didn't even think of a good name. All of them have been terrible.
No, they've been all good name or good. I got to end it with something. Paul, any ideas? A snazzy ending.
Paul is not a snazzy ending.
No, he's
not a snaz. That snaz is not Paul's
How about
specialty.
this?
He does other things.
Yada da 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 yada da 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 da. Hope you like our show.
Budging around with friends.